Hello, I'm Eagle. Eagle Gardens. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. And this is fucking talking shit with Eagle. Like, this is 601.5 Weed Nerd World. How you guys doing? Hopefully doing well. Thought I'd come in with the fucking Horse of the Dad song playing. It is 2:22. Thought it was maybe not too late for the good old dad song. What up, Mr. Johnny Can't See?
Hey, what's up? I'm seeing a new little thing
How
right
you
here.
doing today?
It says allow Zoom to find, connect to, and determine the relative position of nearby devices. What the fuck does that mean?
Wow. I don't know. It's never came up on my end.
That's the first time I've ever
New
seen
one on
that.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a new one on me.
I wonder what will happen if I say don't allow. Let's find out. I might have to come back. Okay. Let's just find out.
There you go.
Allow Zoom to make
Still here.
and manage phone calls. What? Okay, I said don't allow, and it can't let me come on. So, interesting.
I don't know.
That was
Yeah,
very weird.
Speechless on that.
How you doing, brother?
Learning the ins and outs of this keyboard. Pretty good. How you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing good. I can hardly hear you. You're really low.
Am I low? Let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe because the music's on. I don't know. Yeah. Better? Worse? Better?
No, you're still low. Maybe it's my maybe it's my my earbuds.
Might be because the Zoom's trying to cancel out the music, maybe.
I don't know. It just sounds really low.
Oh. It says
Can't
my
get 'em
mic
in there any
volume
closer.
is low. All right.
It says your mic volume is low.
Yeah.
Are we live yet?
Yeah. That should
Oh
be
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
That's
live.
better. Okay, cool. That's better.
Yeah.
It
had
yeah,
it.
now I can hear you.
It had it automatic. Is it too loud?
No. It sounds good now. Yeah.
Yeah. It good. Had it. It had it. Zoom at it way down for some reason.
Interesting. Well, I'm glad we figured that out real quick.
Sounds like Zoom's got some tricks up its sleeve today.
Yeah. Sounds like we got to keep an eye on. Zoom, come on, Nat. What are you trying to do? Playing games and shit. Had a pretty good day today.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, I went to my doctor's appointment this morning, and I expressed to them about the Quest the other day. I went to Quest Diagnostics to get my blood work before my pre-op, you know, that kind of shit. So I'm doing all this pre-op doctor scanning, and I've been to 2 doctors a day for the past week and a half. It's just ridiculous, you know? Yeah. So, but whatever hoop I got to jump through at this moment, man, just to get this shit done, I'm going for it, you know? So I get to my doctor's appointment this morning, and I'm expressing the fact that when I went to Quest Diagnostics the other day, they kicked me out when I went in early. They told me, oh, no, you got to go home now. You don't have an appointment until later. You got to go home. And kicked me out of the office, basically, or out of the waiting room. So I went home and I came back at the right time, and I went to check in, and there's no appointment. And I set the appointment 3 days before. So I knew it was going to be Friday at this time, you know, or whatever day it was at that time. So I go in there to do it, and They say I don't have an appointment and I need to leave because if I don't have an appointment, I have no reason to be there.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they told me. And I said, hey, lady, I got a pre-op stuff. I got to get this done. It's immediate. I got my operation coming up like next week, I told her. And she goes, oh, I don't know what to tell you. You don't have an appointment. You can't be here. And I said, you got a manager or a supervisor? She goes, nope. I said, what kind of a shit show is this? I'm just questioning everything at this point. So at that point,
Heck
they
yeah.
gave me a phone number to call. So I call this number and leave a message, and I haven't gotten a call back yet. It's like, okay. So nevertheless, I go to the doctors, I tell them what happened, and they say, okay, we've been having a lot of people coming in here. A lot of their patients are saying the same thing about Quest. They're doing this to everybody, which is kind of ridiculous. That's not really good customer service. And they treat everybody like shit, throw them out of the building. So not only that, they don't even have a reception anymore. It's just a computer screen. And if you don't show up on the computer screen, you don't belong there.
That
Which is
is
kind of
fucking
ridiculous.
insane.
So they sent me to a
Yeah.
different place, and they took my blood and everything. It only took me 30 minutes. Didn't even have an appointment. Went down there, boom, 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 got it done. So people are still doing business the right way, But when I went into the doctor, he listened to my lungs, and he said, "Clear as a bell." That's pretty good, As much as I smoke for what I need it for, I don't have any problems with my lungs. That's fantastic. And he also told me my heart is beating perfectly, and my blood pressure is perfect. So, all good news.
Hell yeah.
And
Cheers to
then,
GreenFingers Ty and long time no see Jack. Sorry, Johnny.
oh, Jackson, what's up, buddy? What's up, Jackson? What's up?
Cheers, everybody.
Ty, GreenFingers.
Cheers.
So the next good thing that happened was I got home and it's so freaking hot. Went ahead and cleaned out my swamp cooler and got it all refreshed and put a new water pump in it. Got it going, and so now my house is sitting at 33 degrees, 33% humidity in my house now, and so that's nice. It helps, with the swamp cooler because it uses the water to cool. And the other thing is I fixed my air conditioning on my car today. I found out that I had a hose that had a hole in it. I went down and got one at a resource yard or a junkyard kind of thing. Paid $25 for it. Fixed my air conditioning for $25.
That seems like
It's a
that'd
good
be
day.
pretty important in that desert. Yeah.
So it's a good day, happy with it. So
What you guys smoking at?
well,
Sorry.
no, go for it. What are we smoking on, everybody?
Cannabis.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try a little bit of Maureen's mustache. I took a few buds off the other day and dried them up, and I'm gonna give them a shot and see what it's like.
Smoking on a sample of apple tarts, which is runts crossed to apple fritter.
Mm.
Oh, it's
How's it
delicious.
taste?
Not too much taste actually. It's kind of berry, earthy. It's decent.
What's been up to
How you
today?
been?
Yeah.
Been busy, but in a good way, I guess. You know, can't complain. Working and keeping up with the family. But how's everybody else doing tonight? I just wanted to say, Eagle, great show actually. Before I pass it back to the rest of y'all, both tonight and last night. You got a great Canadian with Zombie, D Zombie tonight, and last night was a pretty epic one. I'm a big fan of AK Bean Brains. He's bred some really awesome stuff. The only 10 out of 10 I've ever given anybody who's given me a sample of cannabis comes from an AK Bean Brain strain. It was GMO crossed to MTF or Matanuska Thunderfuck or whatever, however the fuck it's pronounced. And it was grown by a buddy of mine. We'll call him Reed. He always changes his Instagram name whenever I shout him out. He's like a private gardener, and he changes his name more often than hippie girls change their underwear, which ain't that often, but it's still more than it should be. But
That's
anyway,
funny.
That is.
the MTF crossed to GMO, it smelled just like MTF to me because I've had MTF in the past, and I've also heard it called Alaskan Thunderfuck because I guess Alaska, Matanuska is in Alaska, so it makes sense. But I knew the smell, and to me it smelled a lot more like it would have been a sativa, but it hit me more like indica hybrid. It was kind of invigorating for the first 30 maybe 45 minutes, then it really settled down into a nice relaxing buzz. But it had some trippy like visuals, like you close your eyes and it was like seeing like mandalas and crazy shit. Like I don't know, it was a really good smoke, great smell,
Yeah,
cured perfectly, grown perfectly.
Man, I see those I see that kind of shit when I take hits all the time, Jack.
That's a good thing. You're smoking some good shit.
Yeah.
But the other thing I noticed was, and I read a paper about these South African, I don't know if it was South Africa or some fishermen in Africa who would smoke keef before they'd go fishing. And they didn't really realize it, I guess, but some people who were like studying them, I think they call them fucking anthropologists, were examining how this tribe was able to, with basic tools, with basically like little simple boats and spears, they're going out and catching a shit ton of fish at night. And like, even with good technology, it's kind of hard to do that. And it just turned out they're just super high on keef. And I don't know if it's something with like the blood flow to your eyes or something, but they reported increased night vision. That is the actual type. Like if you Google increased night vision cannabis, you'll find some little study. But that MTF crossed the GMO. I noticed as I was smoking, like I am right now, you can see I'm kind of in a dark room. And even before I came on, like this light wasn't pointed at me. I like to keep things dark, especially around bedtime, try and make it easier for myself to fall asleep. As somebody with insomnia, it helps me to be in the dark. But as I look across my house, even though like there's no other lights on, I can still kind of see there's ambient light, coming in from the moon, from windows and things like that. But as I smoked this, shit just started getting brighter and brighter in the room, and it almost looked like, not like daytime, but I could see like it was daytime after smoking like a bowl or two of this stuff. And it was like, middle of fucking nighttime. So pretty impressive shit from the smell to the taste to the high and experience. So cheers again to Reed, who sent me that sample. I joked that I might do a book called I Get High with a Little Help from My Friends. And like Johnny and Tao and everybody else, Smiley, everybody else who sent me little samples, and all the other samples I've had, like from buddies locally, do little write-ups on, how the smoke was, and like basically the review that I gave to like Johnny and others.
I appreciated it.
that would be cool. Pictures.
I wish I would have taken pictures.
All right.
They're lost in the fucking mess of my phone. a million
Yeah, but
photos.
I really did appreciate it because he could smell shit and he could decipher between the tastes, and he's got a really good palate for that. You know what I'm saying? So when I was hearing the way he was explaining and expressing the types of weed that he was smoking, just from that one night, I said, Jack, send me your fucking address. Because I wanted him to let me know what my weed was like. Actually, and he gave me an truth, honest, it was great. It was really good the way everything described, and everything was nice. So
the worst thing to me is when you give them a really nice sample of some dank, and you go like, "So what'd you think of it?" They go, "Oh, it's good. I got high. Like, got me stoned." like how'd it smell? How'd it taste? Like weed? I don't know. Yeah, some people are just not the most
descriptive.
Yeah, they can't put the words to their. It's difficult, man. I've never seen a movie to this day, and some have come close, but I've never seen a movie that accurately describes like what it feels like to be high on cannabis. They always kind of like overdo it, add these weird visuals, and I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because a lot of times they do overdo it. Even some of like Netflix shows, fucking what was that one they had out with Kathy Bates and shit? Which I thought
Where they
I
worked at the
watched it. I was all,
dispensary. Fucking, I think I know what you're talking about.
I wanted to like it. I wanted to
They had
like
some
that
weird
show.
shit though.
I didn't like the way they portrayed basically the Canna culture. They kind of played it off real stoner-ish. You know what I mean? The typical stoner, and which I don't find to be very true in most part, at all, to be honest with you. Yeah, there you go.
Which
Yeah,
movie was that?
Disjointed on Netflix.
That's what it was called for sure. Disjointed. The one thing I also, from the people I know who have PTSD, they did a pretty disservice, and everybody's experience is different, but they almost like made it like cartoonish and like in a sense like in this comedy / whatever. The show got canceled pretty quickly. I mean, it wasn't super successful, I guess, for a reason. Even the stoners didn't love it. But there's much better shit to watch than Disjointed, that's for sure.
Yeah, I remember I had heard like the hype about it. I guess everybody was talking about it. Although none of my friends were. I caved in. I watched I think like the first episode and like a half, and I was not entertained at all, and I just never watched it again.
I watched all of it just in case. Maybe it'll turn around, and it just continued to be mediocre.
It didn't even get me there. Like the first episode, I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck.
Like Breaking Bad though, that kind of sucked. The first episode was kind of a slow burner. At least
I was late to Breaking Bad. I got into Breaking Bad on season 5, but I binge watched it, so I caught up to like the final 3 episodes with the rest of the world. So it was pretty cool timing for me.
I caught up to where when Hank was on the toilet and he read WW. So like that season was a cliffhanger. So like it was so funny to me. It was like a real life meme that like he was just like on the toilet like perpetually. I saw like people on Twitter like tweeting. I wonder if he's still on the toilet waiting to like find bus, whatever. Anyway. Eagle, you asked a question tonight that I thought was a good one. The most unique kind of flavor that anybody's ever he had ever come across, because that's not one I hear talked about too much. I just guess I don't know if I've ever heard anybody else on the panel answer that. First, I'd like to hear your answer to that, Eagle, because I know you've grown a ton of subcool stuff, and he had some crazy ass shit, but you've grown a ton of other shit on top of that. Not shit, really fire testers and proven genetics.
Think about that one. I think the White Rhino, offered the most unique profile that I've grown. White Rhino is one of the ones that you can tell. You know what I mean? You can smoke 10 different joints and you can hit that White Rhino, and that one always kind of stands out with its flavor and buzz. So I'm gonna have to call out that White Rhino for its unique flavor.
Do you have like, is it too, it's so unique you can't like put a finger on it? What's it most similar to, I guess? Was it sweet? Was it like gassy,
It's kind of hard to
sour?
recall because it's been so long since I've had it, to be honest with you. It's got to be, fuck, I haven't had 7 years easy since I've had it. But so it's kind of hard to recall right off the top of my head the full profile there. But I can tell you what, it's so rememberable that, you know, when I do come across it, every time I have, I know that that's what I'm smoking. So it's embedded, but it's hard to put into words right now.
No, I feel you on that. Interestingly, I had some, I don't know if it was White Rhino, it was white something. It was definitely a white cross. And it tasted a little bit like chem, had some chem notes to it, the chem dog, which kind of surprised me. But at the same time, if you look back at the era that stuff was coming out, it would make sense if maybe it even came from directly or was related to some of the stock they were working with back then. Because that's the one I have a nose for is chem and anything related to that. Like I've smelled, there was one like called the Judge. It was like a chem cross, and then like Toad ended up being like a chem, or like Gorilla Glue, which has some chem in it. And Biscotti is another one, and Gelato. Like there's certain ones that just have super distinct. Gelato is basically what made the Biscotti. And recently, my wife brought home one called, I think it's Ice Palace, and I go, damn, it smells good. It smells like Biscotti, and I was like, but I'm thinking something else. And then she said it before I could get it out, but it was, the other one was Gelato, and it was the cross between those two. And it's interesting when like you can definitely pick up on the genetic lineages and like they shine through, and even when they're crossed out. And certain ones have very, very distinct profiles.
Like that Biscotti. That's a out of some of the newer stuff, that's one of my more favorites.
It's funny, that one tends to impress a lot of the even like old heads who don't like hype stuff. Like Adam from 2020 Mendocino shits on a lot of the new cuts, won't run them, and he has access to them. I mean, he's in Mendo and he works in the commercial market, has all the shit available to him, and you don't see him running it. But the Biscotti came through, and they really like the flavor and the highs and everything else. So it seems to be one a lot of people are impressed with. GreenFingers, what's the most unique flavor you've come across?
Bootylicious.
Is that a strain name or like
Yeah,
smell?
yeah, the Bootylicious from Exotic Genetics.
Do you
Smelled
remember
like
the cross?
Nice comeback.
I do not. Fuck.
What how did it smell?
It kind of came out with like a cinnamony, chocolatey cupcake kind of baked fucking, but it was like super fucking, yeah, like
That sounds pretty fire.
yeah.
I like that comeback, Jack. There. Is that the name or the flavor profile?
It was a serious question. It might have sounded like a joke.
My favorite cut of it I called ATM, ass to mouth, because it did kind of taste like ass, but like it was next to the one that I called sweet meat too. So like they both kind of tasted like meat and flesh, and like dead. Like I think it was the soil that they both were in. They were like in a bed together, so they shared the same flavor, similarities.
I'm curious, how would you know what flesh tastes like?
Yeah.
That's what
You
you got me. I'm
never
stuck.
had
I'm
tartar?
stuck right there.
You ever cut your
Okay.
finger? Like
I've had tartar all the time, like just capers
True.
and like just beef tartar, like fucking the shit. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I see what you mean. Good points. Good
Like
points.
meat, like fucking raw meat. Like yeah. So I called it sweet meat because it was kind of sweet, but the bootylicious one was my favorite.
I like
Cinnamon.
cinnamon.
Yeah,
I really like the
toast
cinnamon
cheese.
when you come across it.
Yeah.
What about you, Ty? Anything unique that you can recall, flavors wise, you've come across?
Mine's just going to be kind of plain. I mean, I really haven't had a lot of exposure of growing a lot of different stuff. I just remember well, the package said it was white cookies I was given, but I don't think it was. It was like a straight pine sol, like a pledged pine sol can exploded type, that poof. Like, and I mean, that's just something like that I've grown that I've picked out. But like, I have some stuff that I'm growing now that I'm very eager to see what that is. But other than that, I really haven't had exposure to a lot of different stuff to really have a really good answer. Really, mine's kind of plain.
I mean, hey, that's an interesting one. It might seem generic because a lot of people may have come across that, but some people will never see that shit. It's not around anymore. You don't see too much pine sol smelling herb these days. I'd fucking pay for a bag of it if I came across it. It's definitely rare shit these days for sure. To me, this my answer. I feel like is ultra generic, but I feel like every single flavor could technically be unique. But I would say skunk, one because it's gone, but two, a lot of people say, "Oh, I only smelled it in the smoke." Like Brandon Rust, a guy I really respect. He was born and raised out here in California. They didn't have the same access to the shit that we had. Whether like they had much better shit for the most part and a lot earlier on. But one thing we had was our cannabis actually smelled like skunk where I was at in Ohio. You'd open up the bag, it smelled like a fucking skunk. We had both roadkill skunk and skunk spray. It was prevalent. It was the only cannabis you could find for a long time.
You were in
So
Southern California in
no,
the.
I was in Ohio. I grew up in Ohio.
I grew up in Southern California, and without name dropping or anything, but there was like an overall group of people, like of different people, and like Brandon and I were like maybe 1 or 2 degrees of separation of actually meeting back then. So I mean, back in the day, I remember coming across some stuff just because the people that I associated with was getting a lot of the stuff back then. So I remember a lot of that, but like we knew it as like dirty diapers because it smelled like a dirty baby diapers. Like that's what we called it, like our little group of
See that
people.
I've smelled that too, but that's a different profile to me than skunk. Like skunk is unmistakable. I have skunks in my neighborhood here in San Diego. They live underneath the house a few doors down from me. A little mama skunk has about 6 skunks every season, and they love running past. I catch them with my little cameras all the time, and they spray all the fucking time. And we have intakes, so I get skunk spray all the time. They get run over around here. I know what roadkill smells like, and it's pretty distinct. And I've unfortunately had to change baby diapers working in the child care industry, even not my own children, which is the worst. So I'm familiar with all 3 of those smells, and I think that I'd put them in different categories. Like roadkill, I'd put like over here, which has that kind of like rotting sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Skunk spray, I think, has like a little bit more of like a aggressive, like astringent, like burnt rubbery, almost smells like burnt tires. But it also,
I don't know if I would say any rubber or tire in that. When I smelled the skunk back in the day, didn't have any of that. It was all skunk.
Yeah, I've smelled the burnt.
Well, I'm saying like if your dog gets sprayed and it's right up on you, like from afar, it definitely smells like skunk. But like when you're right up next to it, it smells like.
I drove over one, and it not on top of it, but like over, like where it was ran over, and you can see it off to the side where the street sweeper couldn't even get it off the road, and I smelled burnt rubber and skunk, and it was fucking crazy. I was like, what the fuck is that smell?
It's a combo. The thiols, you can look them up. It's like those same thiols exist in burnt rubber that are also in skunk spray in like small amounts. But there's also other ones that smell just like burnt rubber. There's also ones that smell like cheese mixed with skunk. There's like, it's not just like one thiol. There's like mercaptan is like one of the many. And there's like ethyl mercaptan, methyl mercaptan. They all have different variations and shit. but it's fascinating for sure. I wish we could find it. I think somebody's gonna definitely find it, and hopefully they share, spread it around the community. We all are looking for it. That's for sure. And,
Well, one of mine would be the chocolate lumbo, Colombian, chocolate Colombian. We called it chocolate lumbo back in the day. And man, it was very, very chocolatey. It had such a like a candy chocolate. It was very sweet flavored, very sticky, very aromatic. I mean, I remember that very much so because it was kind of like it's like a nice rich hot chocolate.
sounds delicious.
Didn't have any
I always
marshmallow.
love the chocolate stuff. I want to say
Yeah.
cheers, Blind Cat 420.
What's up,
Oh,
Jack?
right
How
on.
you doing, brother? Cheers, Johnny. What's up, Loyalty Eagle?
My brother.
Oh,
What's up,
good, Blind Cat.
GreenFingers?
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, fellas.
Snuck in
What's
there.
in that fatty? It's either
Oh,
a blunt
blind
wrap or well resined. Blunt wrap or well resined. What's in that thing?
Oh, it's a fucking raw paper, and it's just fucking just some proprietary actually crossed blueberry from the American one. So it's pretty good shit. It's fucking dense as fuck too. Like probably one of the denser weeds I grew this year out in the greenhouse. So I know I always rant and rave about the blood wreck, but man, this fucking proprietary blueberry is pretty decent too.
You know, being that I want to go back and retract my answer to that because I'm
No,
saying
No,
No.
you can't do that.
No, I
That's
No,
against fucking
listen.
rules, man.
listen because I had to think about it because like I'm on my third cup of RSO, and by the way, the RSO that was gifted to me, fucking A.
Oh yeah, I saw it too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm feeling good right now, but no, I've got to go back and say it's this NL1 concentrate that I got. That's straight. I mentioned about it last night. That's the probably the most unique terps that I've smelled and came across. And it's like the oil fucking can in an auto shop type, where you would throw your oil rags in. Yeah. So I just want to go back and retract and update that or amend it, whatever you want to call it.
Red flag. Or no, foul. Throw the flag in. Yellow flag.
As you can tell, come at it as my hyper usual talkative self. I'm pretty feeling good right now.
I feel you,
And
bro.
that's awesome.
I feel you, dude. I fucking took a couple of grams of some shrooms earlier and feel like a doe in the headlights damn near right now. Feel all bleary-eyed and fucking woo.
I was gonna eat some. I had a buddy came by and gave me some creeper, and he's got some golden teachers that are coming up, and I was gonna have some, but I was like, well, I'm already like 2 copies of RSO deep and dabs and all that. I didn't want to be too out of hand,
Mm-hmm.
by the time that we all got on here. So
So you retracted your
Someone's
strain
getting their
flavor?
ass kicked.
I have to retract mine. It was the heliotrope was my favorite. It tastes like gummy bears and fucking white gummy bears only, like the pineapple or kind of
Oh, it's my favorite, dude.
whatever.
That sounds
one is.
fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We were talking about most unique though, not favorite, but that sounds fire regardless, and it's still pretty unique. And
Yeah, I guess that was the most unique one but it was my favorite unique one because the cinnamon one with that crossed, because I had it crossed together, it was fucking the best. That was my favorite. Cross of both of those.
I was just surprised. My wife just dropped me off a sample, and I felt like a throwback for real. It was in a little plastic like dime baggie almost, and there was some red Congolese or Congolese red, and she's like, "This place only grows pure land races, and we're thinking about bringing them on. And you're our sativa guy for sampling, so let me know what you think. And it was actually pretty decent. The one thing I will say, it was supposed to be high in THCV. It wasn't as soaring as some of like the subcool stuff that had THCV that I'm familiar with, like Vortex, Jack the Ripper, Jack's Cleaner, and all that. But
Jack's Cleaner.
it was a more even keel high. Like I'm usually pretty good about being able to identify smells, and like that one, maybe like woody, like sandalwoody, but like it had other things in there that it's just really hard to nail down. It was really interesting. A little bit of spice for sure, but yeah, really always fun when you get to try a land race that you haven't experienced before. And I've read about that one, so it's fun to finally get to try it.
Do you
I guess.
think today's grower could even do those fucking dime bags? There's no fucking way today in this day and age I'd try to grab one of my buds and be like,
It was
you know what I
The
mean?
little bags.
I think
The
we'd
little
all
bag?
give up and just upsize all the bags and shit. Fuck that. This bud's too pretty and shit. There you go.
you're talking about land race sativas, so you could break off a little like finger of that thing, and like I don't know, it doesn't. To me, I'm not a it has to have the best bag appeal kind of guy, especially when you're talking about land races like that. Like if it's a fingery, like airy sativa, I know it's not going to look the greatest, but it might get you smacked. And this one was more even keel than a lot of the land race that I have smoked in the past. I was expecting a little bit more of a, oh, this is going to take me for a ride. Maybe if I smoked more of it. I only had like a gram or so, but it definitely, it was nice. It was a good daytime, enjoyable, just upbeat, happy, clear. Lasted probably 3 hours, 3.5 hours. So I gave it the thumbs up. GreensTalk approved.
I have to say real quickly, Jack, you have a oddly striking resemblance of my cousin that recently passed away, but when he was younger, and him and I were close. So certain times you've got friggin' some just gestures. I'm like, holy fuck, is that James? Like, fuck, like right on, brother. Like, it's really cool to see that because him and I were close, and it's really cool to see. I just want to throw that out there.
It's all good, man. I must have a famous face. Eagle says I look like the Zigzag Man.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
but
you had this look on your face when he said it too, Jack. Like, don't fucking say it. I've heard it 1,000 times. Don't fucking say it.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Oh yeah, I was waiting for it.
I'll take it. I'll take it. There's much worse comparisons that could be made.
No, it's a good compliment. Good compliment.
Well, and that was
That's
to him. Cheers to
iconic.
him. Putting smoke in the air. Zigzag Man is iconic for sure. But being recognized like somebody's family member, it's a good thing, I guess. Maybe you see similar things in both of us, which hopefully is a good thing. Or we have similar demeanor, you know, or even just gestures, like you were saying.
Good
Yeah,
time.
at least they don't play fucking Mr. Clean when you walk in the room in high school and shit. Like
I used to get Eminem.
I've had that happen a
when I
couple
was,
times.
I had a clean shaven face. I looked like Marshall Mathers, like Slim Shady when I was younger. So people
Oh,
used
that's
to,
tight.
I was actually a fan and still I am. So
Shit. Hell yeah.
but it's interesting when people compare you to somebody else. It's like, well, thanks, I guess.
Mhm.
As long as, like I said, I've always been flattered. My wife, when I met her early on, said I looked like Brad Pitt. I was like, I don't think you're right at all, but hey, if you're crazy enough to believe that, then I'll marry you.
and don't worry, I'll drive. You know,
Right.
you saying that, not me. I
She
won't
must
drive.
have her beer goggles on. You're saying,
You know, people would die if I drove, but but you know, I would take you drive
Well,
in the car
it's
with
funny.
you over your wife,
The
obviously.
funny thing is, Brad Pitt, I saw a post and it's like Brad Pitt looks like every girl he dates. And if you look at it, there's like 7 fucking examples of it. And he sure as fuck does. It's some creepy ass shit. He starts doing his hair different, starts styling himself. They like wear the same jackets and shit. It's funny as hell, man. Like go look up that post, somebody, you'll fucking crack up. It's
Right.
some wild shit. I guess he's an actor, you know, gets paid to lie for a living and make people believe in his make believe. Speaking of make believe, I have a theory
Nico
for this
D.
Weed Nerd World. Sorry to change topic and cut you off, Eagle. What do you think about this? Because I'm a firm believer now, more than ever. I've even done like a little research, but I believe that most professional sports are fixed, like
Yep.
rigged, straight up rigged across the entire league. Like, I'll give you one example. The New England Patriots sucked at football my entire life, never won a single Super Bowl. 2001, guess what happens? 9/11 happens. And then the New England Patriots, the team that would promote patriotism, red, white, and blue symbols, goes to win the Super Bowl on like an upset win, right? And then they go on to become a dynasty, winning 6 Super Bowls out of nowhere, right after our country is attacked in a war. Then you look at like the Tim or something Donahue, the guy, the NBA ref who got arrested for fixing games because he was owed money for gambling. This happened several times. College basketball. The headache guy from Arizona fixing games. He was told that the spread was 6 points. The spread was actually 12 points. But the guy told him 6 to make sure that they didn't win by like too much. And the dude ended up making them win by exactly 6 points. Like this point guard was able to fix the game to the point where he scored exactly the amount of points that he thought the spread was. It's like they definitely fix games. And the other thing, the last kind of piece of evidence is, to me, that all of this is considered sports entertainment, and your ticket only guarantees you a seat to watch the game. They don't guarantee that it's not fixed. It's not against the law for them to fix games. They're a business that provides entertainment, and it's not like there's laws for them to, you know. And there's a lot of former athletes who've come out and said they already know the winners of the game before people even go out there. So I'm throwing that conspiracy out there.
I've been screaming that. Well, I mean, not screaming it, but I've been telling my friends that. They've been calling me crazy for I don't know how long. It goes way back to the days of the circus and being a promotion and promoter and all that good stuff.
I hate to say it, but my favorite thing to watch the UFC there. I think it is too. And I think that at several points, because a lot of what you're saying right there, Ty, is it's based so much on hype and fucking ticket sales and shit like that. And both, I've seen Conor McGregor many times referred to the event as the show. You know what I mean? I've seen Cowboy fucking referred to it as the show. You know what I mean? If it's real as fuck, you're not referring to it as a show. You know what I mean? It's a competition. That's a battle. That's a fucking war. That's not a show. You know what I mean?
And how many
Unless
series?
it's rehearsed.
I think at one point it could have been, but then at one point there was a shift where it changed.
Well, UFC is easy to fix because there's one fighter. If you just pay off one guy, he could take a dive, or he could be like, "Oh, I'm going to win in the first round instead of the second." Like Ronda Rousey, she used to armbar everybody in the first round. If she was just like, "Hey, instead of the first round, I'm going to take this girl out in the second or the third round," she could win somebody a bunch of money. But the other thing I was going to say that really makes it obvious, in my opinion, and this is because I was at the last ever 4-game series in the NBA. I was at the Cleveland Cavaliers 4th game. I'm from Cleveland. I was fortunate enough to go to game 4 of the NBA Finals when they lost to the Spurs in game 4, 0-4 sweep. That means they got 4 games worth of advertising, right? 4. If they go to 7, they get 3 extra games in the NBA Finals or in the MLB playoffs. Do you think that they want to go to 7 games and make profit off of 7 games, or they want to go to 4 games?
Well, 7.
More of them go to 6 or 7. and it's like 90% go to 7. Like, it's crazy. So I don't know. I definitely think that there's a lot of evidence out there that suggests there's profit motive behind businesses to create the entertainment. And that being said, people like wrestling, like not like the Olympic wrestling or like UFC, like the actual like WWE, which is most people know is entertainment. It's staged, it's fake.
That's what I grew up
who's going to
on.
win and lose before. Yeah, and it's still hype. It's fun to watch. They're athletes. They're still performing. They still get injured. Somebody said they're like stuntmen doing like a live action show, I guess. And it's staged, but at the same time, they're pulling off some pretty impressive shit.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they do stuff like above and beyond. So like they won't even have the people fly on the same planes together, like if they're like rivals or whatever in like the WWE. Like they keep the lore going outside of the show. So like they won't be like seen like driving in the same car, like out eating at restaurants together. If they hate each other, they like live separate lives.
They have there's Vice has a good series on behind the ring or some shit like that about the wrestling. They've got one plane ride from hell, basically, where they had a big old brawl on the fucking plane and shit like that.
That's a good one.
But through that series, man, it was, it's fake, but at some point you kind of go, wow, it's that bad. You know what I mean? When you watch some of that shit,
it wasn't.
I mean, there is
Ride to hell. It's not like it's part of it, but they twist it a lot. Like I grew up on wrestling. Like when I say grew up, like my mom, I remember my mom telling me I was 3 or 4 days old in the hospital, and they were going through the channels, and wrestling was on, and I stopped crying. And whenever wrestling was on the TV, I would stop crying, and I literally watched it until I was about. Let's see, I'm 45. Probably until I was about 39 years old. I wasn't like hardcore, but I would still watch it. I just got tired of it. I mean, it was entertaining, but like I used to be a wrestling almanac. I have friends that are in that business, both professional, amateur, and like, it's freaking, it is crazy, and then some. But
dude, it's a culture, and it has created superstars. Look at The Rock. Look at John Cena. These people have transcended wrestling. The Rock is the world's largest grossing international actor. He's been in the biggest movies. He's in like Jumanji. He's in Jungle Book. He's like, he went from like, his story to me is so inspirational. I know he's like advertised with like Acorns, the app, how he's had like $7 in his pocket, and now he's fucking fuck you money rich. But he's still motivational. He still gets his ass up and goes to the gym, and he's still busting his ass making the next movie and doing the next show, and trying to better the world and better his life.
I would hope so, man. You'd have to stay in shape to fucking do that shit, man. One fucking not working out, fucking be fucked right up. That's for sure. But yeah, that whole series, it's a pretty good series, man. Even more, man. Since I started watching that, fucking, I don't know why, but it's YouTube. I know why. Fucking has been like feeding me other shit about like behind the scenes. Jim Cornette fucking has like a bunch of like interviews with one-on-one and shit like that. And I can't believe man, the real life shit was more interesting than the fucking actual show was. Man, I couldn't believe like some of these guys' wives sleeping around with each other and fucking the actual on camera couples, the shit that went on behind the scenes and shit like that. I mean, I honestly think their real life stories are fucking pretty entertaining anymore.
That's why they have shows now. They have the Total Divas, Total Bellas, and all that. And my wife watches it, and I won't lie, I've occasionally tuned in with her, and it is crazy to see the lives that they have. One, let's not pretend they're like interesting to look at. They're both the men and women are in super good shape, so it's like they're eye candy for whoever's watching. But on top of that, it is fascinating the lives that they live, because one, they're traveling a lot, so they're kind of open to different shit that a lot of people might not be exposed to, and that opens them up to maybe infidelity in their relationships or whatever more often. But like you were saying, like the real life shit sometimes is more interesting. Like one of the things, like a staged fight ended up with like Vince McMahon, who's like a multi-millionaire, billionaire, whatever. getting punched in the face for real by one of his people because he was pissed off. It was like supposed to be one of like his last fights or whatever, and he thought he was supposed to win, but last second they made like a change and he ended up getting pinned, and like he didn't realize or whatever. They 1, 2, 3 count and he loses or whatever. He was really pissed off, so he storms into the back and like goes straight after Vince McMahon and like fucking bust him in his face. And they catch this shit on camera. And they're like, air it, and people think it's like, oh, this is part of the script or whatever. And like, no, that was not. Like, he actually just fucking went off and busted in the face. The other thing that was real, it's like, yeah, it's a publicity stunt, but I think he dropped like $1 million, Vince McMahon, from the ceiling at like one of their events. Just like fucking made it rain cash. Like, everybody who was there just fucking made out like bandits.
That was when he had. I think that was during that time frame when Donald Trump was like involved with the WrestleMania thing.
I think
and they had to shave his head or whatever.
Yeah, but I definitely do that.
Which
it sticks with me, and like I very very tangentially watched it. My buddy was super into it and had like the wrestling pass or whatever, and he'd keep me up to date occasionally when I'd get to see him. But I would see some YouTube clips and things like that from time to time, and it's just fascinating what they were able to pull off. I mean, they turned something that most people like kind of looked at as like this rinky-dink, sideshow into like, I don't know, pretty worldwide entertainment that a lot of people are sought after. I still kind of even respect like the like you were saying, the amateur stuff. Like and here in San Diego, my wife's got some friends who are kind of involved in like the luchador scene and that culture.
I've heard of him. I've heard of that area. So, quick little nice little note. Did you know that Vince McMahon's wife was served on, but she was in charge of the Small Business Administration during the Donald Trump's presidency?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I thought that kind of ironic. Like, yeah, she was in charge of something small business. I didn't want to get political, but we were talking about Vince McMahon and then the whole promotion, and then so but going back, it's all friggin' like a promotion, like a stage, a production. That's why there's always like entertainment tax on the tickets, because it's entertainment. It's like
the only reason I'm ranting about this, and y'all laugh at me now, because my wife's a big Arizona State, or no, University of Arizona, U of A fan, the Wildcats. And they were ranked #1 in their little March Madness bracket, right? And they did good, fucking beat UCLA in the little pre-tournament, and then got in there, whatever, rank 1, go through, win the first few games. And then they go play in Texas against the team from Houston. So that makes me feel like, I wonder if some of these college refs, maybe some good old boys from Texas, maybe got a little bit of money on this game. I got home in the second half, but she was pissed. They were down the entire game. And like the #1 ranked team, you expect kind of, I don't know, outperform the #5 ranked team, but anything can happen any given night. That's how it is, March Madness, whatever. But I watched the whole second half, and it seemed pretty unfairly tilted as far as the refereeing went. And on top of that, like, fucking the coaches could be in on it. They could have somebody who's like cold. Like this one player, he was like 0 for 12, and they kept him in the game. I'm like, this dude has 0 points. Like, why are you keeping him fucking in? He's just throwing up like air balls and shit. It just feels like, I don't know. So I was watching.
Did you lose any money on that, Jack?
No, I didn't. I'm not a gambling man when it comes to sports.
I'm just curious. All right.
Well, I think I know better, because I've always kind of felt, once somebody pointed that out to me, the whole like entertainment thing, that like if you were to go and try and sue the NFL for rigging a game, if you felt like there was like an unfair flag or something, you could review the footage and be like, hey, look at this penalty or this call or whatever. You could break some shit down and be like, maybe you did have money riding on that game and you felt like you got fucked because they improperly administered their calls, right? They post these rules. They don't even have to abide by those rules. As long as they put a game on, they've fulfilled their entertainment and they could go home, And so it's definitely fun to be a fan. We all have entertainment somewhere. I don't want to like crush people's Sundays or whatever. But once I was made aware of that years ago, it always made me feel skeptical. And like as I was watching, again with my wife, she's the more passionate fan, and I was kind of like rooting alongside her, like, come on, let's go. I like watching live sports. It's just I used to play, so you can kind of relate.
Man, Jack, you just crushed my Sundays.
Yeah, no, Johnny, you're a Super Bowl Sunday guy. You know all the stats.
No, actually, I haven't watched football for a minute.
Once I cut cable, it was really hard for me to keep up. So I stopped watching. And then like my family would rope me into playing fantasy football. So I would just like, I called my team to trust the algorithms, because I would just, based on whatever the projection was, he's going to score 10 points this week. I'd put whoever was going to score the most amount of points based on the robots' guesses. And each year the robots got a little bit better and better. So like I went from being like mediocre to like good. I just really never cared. So I wouldn't even go and like check it once a week to make sure I had like enough players in. I'd have like guys on the bench that were like scoring all my points, and then I had guys in that were not even playing games. So I definitely lost the motivation. So it's tough to follow, especially when you got other shit going on in life that you're more passionate about. Like AK Greenbergs was talking about, he's like, he's got seeds that he doesn't know if he's ever going to get back to, and it's stuff that he'd like to grow. And that's why I don't know, I just love popping seeds, growing more shit. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah,
these Velvet Punch F3s I've got in late veg, about to get flipped to flower real soon. The two small ones are just stinky as hell already in veg, so I'm like really looking forward to flipping those. I should probably flip
well, I just got done ripping on some gooey musk that I cut down early. I cut down a piece off of each one of my buds, off of the plants that are in flower, and they're a couple weeks early, you know. But I figured I'd go ahead and do that just to get a sample. I have never actually done that before, so I tried it. And the gooey musk was the last hit that I took, and it kicked my ass. It was pretty amazing. I'm getting ready to do some jadam right here. I'm cutting up some of my stems that I just got done drying, and I'm gonna throw them in here and let them soak.
Did you just throw it in the herbs now for a couple days, and then once it was dry enough?
Yep, that's exactly what I did. And it's a perfect way to check it out. And it's early, you know, so it's going to give me a really fresh weed kind of a taste, but still it's going to give me a decent opinion.
You know, it's funny, Johnny, you say that you never actually take it, whatever, like the week earlier or whatever, or a few weeks earlier. And I've always thought about doing it, but I never actually end up doing it, because I'm just like, I'm going to fucking take this till it's all ready, and then I'll chop it when it's ready. And the only time I've ever had it preemptively is like when I accidentally knock a bud off while I'm like
right. And that's where I was going with that. I've knocked them off before, and damn it if it wasn't really good. You know what I mean? So
yep.
I figured, what the hell? I'm going to take a piece off of each one and just give it a sample try. So I'm doing some samples. So I got some samples now. You know.
Did anything in particular stand out to you thus far, or not yet?
Well, so far I took a hit of the Maureen's mustache and the gooey musk, and both of those kicked my ass, but the gooey musk was stronger. I enjoyed that one a little better. I haven't tried any of mine yet. I got mine in there, and I've also got what else is there?
What's up with that early flowering one? Did you test that early flowering one? That one's flowering on day one or whatever?
Yes, that's the other one that I got in there, the mystery one. That's the other one.
What does that taste like?
I haven't tried that yet. I'm gonna, matter of fact, I'll load that one up next.
Because that was the one I was kind of interested in being that it fucking flipped so quickly. I mean, you're already seeing pre-flower so early. It was like, fucker's looking good.
Johnny, you're so funny, man, because you're such a humble guy, and like when you talk about your stuff, it almost sounds like you're definitely growing more confident in it as you go. But the stuff that you sent me for sure was some fire, and I know you're killing it over there. So when I hear you talking about this stuff and like how you're getting blasted off of it, but you're still like, hey, trying to be like cautious and not talking up too much. Like you're growing some fucking fire over there, brother. It's all right to be
Well,
proud of it.
I don't, you know, I feel like I am, you know, but I love it, man. It's just so fun to create this stuff.
It feels like magic. It honestly,
It
like
does,
once you start,
man. It's like, oh my God, I got a new friend.
Hey, Johnny.
You know? Yeah.
I'm smoking some of the stuff that you dropped off to me yesterday, and the shit is fire.
Really? Which one is it?
The one that was in the Ziploc bag. I haven't opened up the other one yet.
Okay, that's the canal breath. Yeah, that's the one the DOA sent. That's the one that my DOA is. That's the mother of my cross of the DOA. The male is the truffle trees. And I still have to do some research on that.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, it's good. It's been cured for a while, man. So, right on, man. I appreciate that. Got to let me know what that Kenyo's cheese tastes like, too. I haven't smoked that since the day that I threw it in there. You know? So,
Well, it's still sealed up. It's still fresh. I was friggin' feeling the buds. It's not dry.
oh, right on, man. I was hoping it wasn't.
We missed the 20, everybody.
oh, we've been smoking through it. It's all
Cheers to
good.
that.
I have a question. I have a question for you, Vegas folk over there, because I've been thinking about planning a trip to Vegas later this year for the whole cheap home grow meetup / potential cup / potential live podcasts. We'll see.
What?
So my question to y'all would be, do either of you know, is there any casinos that are like marketing themselves as like green friendly or open to like cannabis?
The Artisan Hotel.
Okay.
That's where they usually have this cannabis awards and events and after parties at. You have the option of renting out the entire place if you want to.
We would not need that much. I'm thinking like a ballroom.
It's not big.
Okay.
It's not huge, but it's like, I mean, they have some really good deals. I mean, like some of these events, they're not big that are here, but it's the Artisan Hotel. It's like right off the 15 in like Sahara. It's like right tucked away in this one little corner. It's like a hole in the wall place, but it's like still right there by the strip.
I'm gonna go get some dry sift real quick, but that sounds awesome. I was thinking maybe depending on like RSVPs, might even do like a badass Airbnb, like one of those big fancy nice homes, and if you just split the cost up across enough people.
There's a couple other places. I'll message you offline because I don't want to put certain things out on blast, but I'll message you offline. That can help.
I appreciate that.
Just dawned on me.
You're talking to the right guy right there. Yeah.
Well, hey, that's what I like to know.
I'm gonna write this down.
That guy right there. He's got connections here in this town. So.
Well, that's what I'm here for, brother. We're all a community, and honestly, I hope that both you fuckers are there when I show up because I want to smoke one with y'all.
Yeah. Every weed nerd that comes through this town, if I know they're in this town, we're gonna bump heads and we're gonna smoke.
I'll let y'all know the dates as soon as we figure out.
Right.
We're trying to make this happen this year for sure.
Whenever I get advance notice, I always make sure that I have a special extra few plants that I put in to make sure that they're all done and ready for extra celebrations. So yeah.
Well, I'm always going to be running, perpetual, so I'll always have something.
I do too, but I put in some extra plants because when I have people come out, I go through a lot.
Oh, yeah, I got you. A little bit more preemptive planning. I got you. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So I crushed up my my cheese one, the mystery one, and it's got a green blackberry kind of a cheese smell to it. You know what the green blackberry smells like?
Here's Jack. Sorry.
I don't hear anybody saying anything.
I was going to say that one more time because I
Green
lost my
blackberries, what they smell like.
I was nodding, thinking I was on mute, but I was unmuted the whole time like a fucking idiot. Over here.
Yeah, a non-ripe blackberry.
More like
Kinda,
Packard, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's kind of got that
bitter.
that
acrid.
smell to it. Yeah, kind of like that bitter berry in a way. Green berry, kind of bitter berry. Yeah, bitter berry.
Okay.
Sounds right. I'm gonna smoke it now. Be good. See what she tastes like.
What's that with you, GreenFingers? Being all quiet?
I packed up all my seeds. I'm tired. Fucking seeds.
Oh, I love seeds, dude. They make the world so much better. The world's a better place because we can send these things around, grow them ourselves. Every best clone that you've ever grown all started from a seed. Like the Mendo Dope song. It all starts from a seed.
Hell yeah, fucking every time you get surprised by what's gonna come up, something definitely new. Fucking hell yeah, love
I
seeds.
agree with fucking God, the Alaskan gentleman who was just on last night, AK Bean Brains. He said, "I'd rather have a handful of seeds than some clones any day."
Yeah.
Something about the potential, man. That you just finding that surprise, even if like 6 out of 10 of those seeds is like not the greatest. Those 4, oops, I just knocked over my puff gold.
I'm gonna get some more coffee.
My hash is still smoldering on top of my bowl. I tried to put it out and it's just not. It's like, hit me again.
The hash waits for no man.
Do you guys clean up your 150 micron out of the dry sift bin, or not dry sift bin, the trim bins, or do you just smoke it straight?
Out of the trim bin, I just smoke it straight.
Yeah, I'm just smoking it straight right now, and it's fucking delicious. I've seen people clean it up, and I've thought about doing it, like pressing it, or fucking doing the static techs that you can do with like balloons, or fucking paint rollers with a piece of parchment paper wrapped around it. And you fucking get all the, you know, contaminant over here, and then all the heads over here, and then you brush it out or whatever. Ooh, this is some good shit.
Yeah, the static tech with the DVD player or CD or the CD.
I started with the DVD or CD back in the day.
Paint roller's better.
So much better.
Yeah.
It's like what you can do with the paint roller in 5 seconds is what I would do with the CD case in half an hour. Okay. It's stupid. It's so much more static. And the balloon, Reader Steve showed me the fucking blow up a little balloon, man. Think about it, like static with your hair.
For sure.
It works super well. Rubber latex balloon.
Yeah.
Oof. The
so
candy grapes
what's
is
that
more
for?
like when you're separating the basically you have your dry sift, right? That comes out of your trim bin and it looks pretty gold and you think, oh, this is like perfect.
It picks up like the green stuff and the hairs and shit, like any kind of
little stuff that gets through. So that way, basically, you could put it on parchment. You press it between your fingers and it melts into like a flag, and you can then dab it after you clean it up into a dry sift like that. It becomes really a little bit higher quality material, I guess. I honestly don't personally love it for bowl toppers, and if there's a little plant material in here, who cares? I'm putting it on top of green, so
yeah,
it works just fine. Gets the job done.
Usually throw in the middle of a joint too. Fucking doesn't really matter, but it's fucking it's cool if you want to dab it, especially, and it's nice to get something a little like more, you know, less contaminant on it, less fucking whatever, less plant matter, I should say, not contaminant. But to dabbers, it's contaminant. anything that doesn't fucking melt.
Or they have to clean off their nail.
Take it one more bag. Take it one more bag there, and then you can make a nice temple ball out of it.
There you go.
What I do.
Hell yeah.
What I don't suggest is something I tried one time was making it into RSO. The yield, not great. The quality of the product was like average to even actually like not even as good as the stuff that I make for my flower, or like even I use already been vaped buds. Like I'll vape buds and then store up like what I call the Duff or ABV, already been vaped. and you can make that into RSO because it's already decarbed. And like, granted, there's less cannabinoids, but if you have a fucking giant jar full of it and you're getting medicated off it for the second time, like, who really cares? But that stuff actually makes really good RSO. And so I definitely save this for the smoking delicacy of it, and I enjoy it as a bowl topper or dabbing it, but more so as a bowl topper more often, I guess.
So, who here remembers or has tried either the old school way of kind of pressing hash with parchment paper and a fucking hammer, kind of warming it up and tat, 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 warming it up, tat, 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 or shoe hash? Has anybody here kind of fucking made or remember shoe hash?
Eagle, I made shoe hash like 2 years ago. My fucking one of my mentors out here who got me growing cocoa for a little bit, he it wasn't 2 years ago, this is like 4 years ago now. My frame reference is fucking terrible with COVID, fucked everything up. But yeah, he told me about this method for making shoe hash, and I tried it with some of the dry sip stuff. You put it in like a little parchment, you put it underneath the heel of your shoe. That definitely fucking works. I had a little bit I guess even less elegant way of doing it, which was vice grips. And we'd put it between the vice grips, and we realized, well, it's not getting warm enough, so we'd put that on a fucking like radiator, and the radiator would be nice and hot, and clamp it on there fucking as tight as you could get it, and you'd pop it off, and you'd have yourself a nice little brick of hash. We were just using the keef from the bottom of a grinder back then. This is like before I grew. We were just smoking, and we get all that keef in the bottom of your grinder, put it in a little cellophane, and press that up against something hot. And I'll be damned, that for pretty early days was good homemade hash. So it gets the job done, I'll say. It's not good compared to what we have nowadays, in all things
What's up,
considered.
Smiley?
What's up, man?
Welcome, my brother.
So Smiley. All I gotta say is there's
Glad
some
somebody
motherfuckers,
remembered.
there's
Cheers,
some
Smiley.
motherfuckers shoes out there I wouldn't want to fucking make my some people's
Yeah,
feet I wouldn't want to make my fucking shoe hash.
I
That's
was just gonna
true.
say that's like some gym shoe terps right there.
Dude, it's from the plant, I swear. But that's I gotta get going. As the door opened, I realized I gotta run out. But peace and love, y'all. Eagle, Smiley, GreenFingers. Let's see, Lion Cat 420, Ty,
Hey, brother.
and Johnny Cannacy. Have a great night, everybody. Peace and love, y'all.
man.
Always.
Peace,
Jack.
brother.
Here's Jack. Thanks for popping in. Well, as far as like shoe terps, I think I'd go with some shoe terps before I take one of them butt bullets.
Has anybody used a pollen press at all to press it down or press their bubble down at all?
I think my
What's
buddies.
that time? I missed it.
Those pollen presses. I have one over here.
Oh, I've used one way back in the day. They kind of suck because they like squish out if you try to really press them too hard.
Well, I use it to make little. Well, back when I made dry hash, I got this one. I made little, like, the pucks, and I'd be able to make them in different sizes. And the sad thing is I only used it once to make that, and I haven't used it ever since. But it still stays here. Just curious, was all.
Never have.
Hey, you can make your hash coins with them.
What's that? Bitcoins?
You make your hash coins like the
Better than Bitcoin.
Trailer Park Boys or whatever.
Way better.
Double use. Use it.
Yeah, when that shit cures, you can really get hot.
It's always up.
Oh, that would be fun. That would be a fun one to have. A coin one to press my hash into with a WNW on it. Weed Nerd World fucking coin and shit.
Eagle on the other side and Weed Nerd World on the one
Oh,
side.
hell yeah. That would be badass.
You can still flip it like a quarter and shit.
Yeah, that would be fucking
Do we have
awesome.
any?
The sackage of weed would be fucking Smiley with his fucking with his caricature and shit with the deer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too good. That's good.
We gotta work on that ego. Hash coins.
It'd be cool.
That's
I
another
fell in love with that the
patentable
first time
idea,
I-
man. The fucking hash coin press.
I fell in love with that idea when I seen Ricky on the Trailer Park Boys do that shit. I totally fucking adopted that whole mindset and shit after that. You ever see that?
I gotta
Have you ever
see
watched
that
Trailer
movie.
Park Boys?
Eagle's at the grocery store negotiating with the fucking counter lady. Like, no, man, there's like 7 or 8 grams here. That easy covers it.
Is that just
I
one movie?
would be an absolute liar if I didn't say I fucking barter for cannabis all the time. I've been in another town and bought tires with fucking weed. I shit you not.
I love that story too.
Hell yeah, that's
That's a
resourceful.
great story.
I had cash. I totally had cash. I was like fucking.
I just had a lot more weed.
Yeah, well, it was a good lead-in to because that's the time I was selling seeds as well. So basically, they're working on the car, and I'm talking to the manager and shit. And I'm like, yeah, basically trying to sell him seeds or going over the brochure with him, and he's like, yeah, these things look pretty fire, and I'm like, well, I have some samples in the truck, and it went from yeah, I fucking pull out that fucking vault case that I carry around. We fucking take care of this. Fucking yeah. He ended up telling to call the guy over that was fucking putting the tires on. He's like, bring me that bill. Don't worry about it. I got it. Fuck yeah, we selling up weed. Oh yeah. Anytime I can, I will. For sure. It's what makes the world go wild. It's bartering. Should anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It sure does. Man, I love that. You made his day. That was the best sale he had all month. I bet he still talks about that day. You know what I'm talking about?
Hopefully, he's still got the fucking. Did you get any of the seeds you said, or just the herb?
No, he just took the herb.
Okay.
He wasn't
Yeah, I was gonna
interested
say,
in growing.
Maybe he still got a cut. Shit, fucking hit him up. Still got a cut, bro.
Yeah, but he talks about that day from that day on. There was this one time at work, this guy came in.
Eagle
One time at
flying.
gun camp.
Right? Yeah. I just kind of going in that direction, right?
Oh, dude.
We should revise that too. This one time at GreenFingers.
It is a universal. By the way, Smart Poker, I brought you up yesterday. He's in chat. I'm skipping the keyboard. Okay, I brought you up yesterday with AK Bean Braids girl in that MTF. So fuck yeah, I can't and I laugh, I'm cracking up. It is the universal currency. I can't tell how many times I've had yard work done, job sites cleaned up, you know what I mean? Wood split, all kinds of shit paid for, all in cannabis. You want money? You want a fucking sack? Take sack? Ah, cool. Here we go. Okay, it is a well-received currency. Cash, MasterCard, cannabis.
So today I found a guy that has Subaru parts. and I think he might be like a really good Subaru mechanic, or just a mechanic, you know. But he had a lot of Subarus around there, and I asked him, I said, so if I have any other issues, can I give you a call, see if you got the parts and stuff? And he goes, oh, heck yeah, give me a call. So this guy here, I called up an auction, or not an auction, a wrecking yard. And I asked him if they had this part, and he goes, no, don't have it. But I know a guy. And I go, you do? And he goes, yeah, here's his number. So I wrote down the number, and he gave me his name. And I go, okay, well, what company is that? He goes, no, this is just a guy that does stuff. You know, he works on cars, and he has parts of this nature. And he said, give him a call. I bet he has your part. So I did. He had it for $25. Got my AC fixed. Couldn't even believe it, man.
Nice.
No warranty on my part, but
Hey, Johnny,
it's cold.
I didn't realize you were looking for a Subaru mechanic. My neighbor across the street is a Subaru certified mechanic and has access to all of their shit. So just let me know when you need something, and we'll go knock on his door, have him take a look, and he'll tell you.
Tell me what.
Well, whenever you need anything fixed, if it's a Subaru, let me know. If I had known that, I would have had him fix it when you were here last. He's my next door neighbor.
Well, I had to go get a part, you know. So.
No, I know, but now you know, because now that I heard that,
Yeah.
now I know. I didn't
Okay,
know that, so I'm throwing it out there to help you for next
right
time.
on, man. Appreciate you.
No problem, brother.
So the you were talking about the Trailer Park Boys again, Eagle. And is that just a movie, or is that a series, or what?
Oh,
Because I've never actually watched.
That's a fucking series.
It's
A
a
funny
series.
fucking series too.
Okay.
I think there's nine seasons, and then there's the cartoon movie, right?
There's a couple
Or
of different
movie?
things. Yeah, they got like multiple shitses out. I don't remember
But
it all, but
I
there's like
highly
fucking
suggest the
probably about
first
8
9
different things out.
seasons anyway. Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny.
that's funny. It's fun.
Yeah. That was the whole the hash coins and all that. That was the whole reason why when I saw that pollen press, I was like, oh, I know what I can do with all that fucking dry size hash I made. And that's the only reason why I got it, was because fucking I sold Jerky Boys. Or Trailer
That's
Park
one
Boys.
of those things you
Right.
can binge watch, take care of it all in pretty much a weekend and shit.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, dude, there's some.
I might have some laid up time here when I'm resting up a little bit, you know. So you have to do something like that.
When is your surgery scheduled, Johnny?
I will find out here within the next, probably on the 28th, I should find out. Because they're going to do one more test on that day, I think, and then the decision is going to be made when. I mean, heck, I've had a perfect bill of health so far. I mean, it should be a walk in the park as far as what the doctors seem to think. They're pretty happy with the way everything looks. They even said my lungs are crystal clear.
Oh,
Yeah. So, you know, that's awesome.
that's cannabis, man. Shit. I always
Exactly
heard
right.
that like smoking a joint was like the equivalent of like 20 cigarettes or something, about like the tar level in it, whatever. But I think they proved that was kind of fucked too, right? Like that wasn't the case or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
it's more of an expectorant, and it gets all that shit out of you. You know what I mean?
Definitely can be for sure.
Because I know when I was smoking more dispo weed and stuff like that, I was it smoked I coughed up I coughed up black stuff. Let me just say that. You know, dark stuff came up out of my plant. I was like, ugh. But after I started growing organic, I don't even have that problem anymore. And you know, when I went in and they asked me questions, they were asking me, do I do it as illicit drugs? And I said, no, I don't do pharmaceutical drugs.
What'd they say to that?
Well, this one lady, she kind of laughed. And I said, yeah, you know, I says, I can't do that shit. I got diverticulitis and shit that fucks up my insides. And she goes, I know about that stuff. I got a friend, and she started talking about mushrooms in the office today. So
Like
she has a lady friend that's growing lion's mane and all kinds of other types of mushrooms. So I'm really excited about this. It's kind of neat because this lady is within one of the doctors that I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? And she just divulged right into this thing, just went right into it and started talking. And I said, well, when you get that lady's number, I said, when you get the results of my stuff and you send it to me, make sure her number is connected to it so I can see that and get a hold of her. Because I'm interested in doing something like that for my auntie. She's got Parkinson's disease, and it's starting, or not Parkinson's, but dementia. And it's starting to get pretty bad. So I wanted to see if there's any way to knock the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Just give it a couple of Mike Tyson punches. We'll eat the bite of the year out of it.
1-2 Karumph.
Right.
Lion's mane, right?
Yeah, lion's
Yeah.
mane and psilocybin both.
Yeah.
In
I've heard that there's like 3 types of mushrooms: lion's mane, psilocybin, and one other one or something like that. I'm not sure. But that's what I was.
Shiitake, I think. I think so.
Not sure.
Could be wrong. They say there's a lot of research too about just cannabis oil too in brain recovery, neuron repair. Quickly, the quicker the better. They say it can aid in Alzheimer's as well.
Because
So,
it protects the mylar sheath. It reinforces the mylar sheath around the nerve and stuff. So that's what I think I remember seeing that like on the Scientist or something. That cat from Israel.
Do you remember anything else about that?
I don't know. I would encourage anybody that hasn't seen the Scientist, fucking check that fucking movie out. Known about a lot of this a lot of evidence about how good cannabis is since like the fucking 60s and shit. Or, you know, I mean, don't quote me on that exact, but I'm pretty sure it was the fucking 60s. So we've known for a long time how good it is and how it turns off cancer cells. It deactivates them. And
That's awesome stuff, man. I can't wait to find out more stuff. So
yeah,
that was another
research
good part about today. Excited about that. So anyways, the mystery #1 plant, it actually, the green like berry flavor came through on the hit, which was rather interesting. And when I blew it out, it had a completely different flavor. And that right there, I'm still trying to figure it out. But it gave me a really nice hit. And when Jack was in here, he got the running, he got to talking, you know, and I forgot what I was going to say. But remember how Jack was saying that he sees like patterns and stuff sometimes when he takes hits? I judge a lot of the hits by the patterns that I do see when I close my eyes after the hit, blow it out. It's the sensation that I get. Sometimes I get all kinds of squigglies. Sometimes I get other shit. Sometimes I get a warm feeling on the back of my head. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get the sweats across my forehead. And on this last one, I noticed that it made me yawn about 4 or 5 times. So I wonder if it wouldn't be more of a kind of like a sleeper type of a weed. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But it gave me a good hit. I was happy with it. Can't wait to get done. And it was sticky as, and it doesn't even look like it's got a whole lot of trichomes on it, but it's super sticky.
And what week did you is it on right now, do you think?
Well, right now, it's it just got done with week 7.
Okay. So that might be like a little bit of a, I don't know, in my experience, I usually take things a little bit longer, but and have you had premature weed before? Because there's like a preemie type of a taste, you know what I mean? Like it tastes a little more chlorophyll-y, a little more green, like you're saying. And I was wondering if that.
Well, no, I didn't taste any chlorophyll flavor. It was more, it was different.
More of the bitter green, green.
Well, the bitter green was when I smoked it in.
Okay, but not the exhale.
The exhale was different. It was, it was completely different. But it wasn't. It didn't taste like chlorophyll. It didn't do that.
Right. Well, I guess I was referring more to not the chlorophyll. I guess that was the wrong term. Maybe like a premature flavor. I don't know if that if you've had premature weed before or anything like that, but there's almost like a characteristic that I've noticed from earlier harvested weed that might have that different flavor, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the first time I've tried this outside of accidentally when I'm in there taking a leaf here and there off, accidentally pulling a bud off. Snap. Whoops. You know.
Yeah. Did you happen to see the trichome heads at all? Like what they, if any of them were clear or if they were all milky?
Oh, you know, I didn't do that. I should actually, but I'd have to do it on my phone because I can't really do it. I can't do it without because it's connected to the phone.
For sure. They even have ones that like attach to your phone or whatever that make it even bigger. And I've seen a couple of people have those. I just have a fucking CCTV type of situation that fucking blows it up.
Yeah, mine does up to 1,000. You can get right in there and look at
Oh, cool.
shit.
Hell yeah.
It's a digital microscope.
Nice.
I haven't used it for a while. As a matter of fact, I think it might even, this one here might be for my Apple phone. You know how some are for Apples, some are for Androids?
Yeah.
That one there might be for an Apple. I still have my Apple phone. I should be able to connect it and use it as a screen still, I would think, right? Maybe?
Yeah. Just use it through the Wi-Fi.
Would it need the Wi-Fi if it's actually connected to it?
If it doesn't have service, it'll still operate with Wi-Fi. If not,
So, yeah.
I don't operate with Wi-Fi though.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, go ahead, carry on.
Too old a model for that shit, man. We're still like dial-up fucking. We're like the dial-up model.
still have that.
Outdated and shit.
Yeah, that was good shit. Huh?
Imagine how much them computers would sing these days with like Zoom and shit. You wouldn't even be able to talk and shit.
You have to leave the freaking room. Remember when you would call on the phone, you did accidentally get the fax number, and it would just scream that shit in your ear.
just wait, man. It's gonna be crazy. Like just thinking back though, like in our lifetime, what is that? A span of what, 20 years? Fucking to go back to like faxes and shit, or
Right.
what, 3 decades maybe? 3 decades put you back early 90s and shit. Like anyway, like the fucking, it's a trip, right? Like what's it gonna be in the next fucking 30 years? You know what I mean? Like we were making movies in the 80s of like 2020 and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the future fucking sci-fi movie back then.
There was flying cars and shit. We don't have that.
It
Yeah,
was,
they lied to us.
well, one I can't even think of the movie. It was just a short clip I was catching, but it was one I was laughing at because instead of like big screens, you know how we have big screens or whatever, in the movie they didn't have the technology for the big screen yet, I don't think. So it was like a bunch of stacked like 32-inch fucking boob tube TVs, you know what I'm saying? They were all like, that was like their wall of a fucking, for the future. They were trying to portray this big TV for the future. It's funny.
Right, it was.
You know, as far as that goes, looking back, every time I look back at like old stuff like that, 70s, 80s, the times where I wasn't using drugs, you know what I mean? Growing up, teenage years, the parachute pants, the haircuts, the fucking, I'm like, what in the fuck was I thinking?
You weren't using drugs back then?
I'm like,
Oh my
now,
God. The
I wasn't
parachute
smoking
man.
weed like
That's
I
right.
am now, that's for sure.
I guess I do have you by a couple years, so that makes sense.
Dude, that was back in like all the fucking one-liners were the shit. Remember, like, what was that movie, Commando, with Arnold Schwarzenegger? It was like one of his first fucking movies, and he always had the one-liner. He'd fucking stab somebody or something and hang him on a hook. He'd be like, "You hang around," and shit. He always had that.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah. Yeah, just the
Yeah.
cheap
SoCal.
one-liners.
Yeah,
and-
brother.
What's up, SoCal?
What's going on, guys?
Welcome in, brother. Got that
Cheers.
package. Got that package today.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
And I read the instructions.
You can't even.
Yeah,
say,
what do you think of that?
you can't
So
even.
is
say
that the
your
name?
order
So
call
that's the
someone
name?
cares.
Fuck you, you fucking fuck. Yeah, I think so.
So FYYFF. I love it. I think
right.
that's fantastic. Yeah. I
All
was
right.
wondering about that.
So I guess
I thought you were just talking to me.
I guess we should,
I thought you were just throwing some Roman love, you know, but
well, in more ways than one with that package, right?
yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm excited
So,
to get started.
I guess we should tell everybody what's going on then.
Yeah, you guys are talking like
Okay.
some
I
secret
was just gonna say they were like two lovers.
secret rendezvous over there and shit.
Like twin
it's
speak.
a club,
Butt buddy stuff.
and you guys
guys.
are in it. And you guys are in it.
Yeah.
Hey.
So what happened was I had made very few Mendo Loco back crossed back to the Mendo Breath mother.
Ooh.
And I mean, the mother was it was a cut that I took that was in a solo cup when I seeded it out. So it was not very big. I got 10 or 12 seeds maybe out of the whole thing. So I decided what we're going to do is since I've taken down my indoor, which used to be right there in the middle of that big fucking giant mess, Johnny had some time and space to be able to find a male and a female out of those. And he's going to make as many as humanly possible for me. And we're going to send them out to all the weed nerds and possibly do a grow along with them.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it will be
another grow me grow.
I'm gonna call it "fuck you, you fucking fuck" because it's appropriate.
Would that be 4 Fs or 3?
You should call it FU.
Three.
It'd
Four.
be the FYF.
It's gotta be four. Like
FYI.
4H, but the 4S. Fuck you, fucking fuckers. What is that? Fuck you, fucking fuckers. Huh? No? Maybe?
Fuck you, fucking fuck
Throwing it out.
fuckers.
You can just call it the fuck off. What
Fuck
is
you,
fuck
you
off?
fucking
Fuck off.
fuck
So
fuckers.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
fuck
but
off.
you know what?
No. Fuck off.
Uh-oh.
I think that's a winner. Yeah, let's go ahead and change that to fuck off. So yeah, what we're thinking is Johnny's going to grow out a whole bunch of fuck off for me and make a whole bunch of fuck off seeds, and we're going to fucking grow a fucking grow off.
That just sounds so great, dude. It's
Fuck
fucking-
yeah.
Fuck off seeds.
Hey man, what you smoking? Fuck off.
Exactly.
Hell yeah. Can't get ahead of that? Fuck off.
Yep, so
Yeah,
that's
so-
exciting. That's another reason why I had a good day.
Leave it to SoCal to send everybody a little bit of fuck off.
Damn straight. Hey, make someone's day and tell them to fuck off.
Right?
What's the name of that strain?
Hand
Fuck
him a
off.
pre-roll of some fuck off. Here, smoke this fuck
Here.
off.
Let's smoke this fuck off.
Exactly.
What?
What's up, Canna
Fuck
Trooper?
off and put this in the pipe.
Cannatrooper in?
Yeah, he's just jumping in. Like,
Dude.
Hey,
like a crazy
What's up,
man
brother?
on an airplane and shit.
welcome in.
What's going on? How you guys
Good
doing?
to see you. Good.
Good. Cheers, brother.
Been a minute.
So what do you think of naming a strain fuck off?
I mean, is it related to Alaskan Thunderfuck?
No, not at all. It has nothing to do with the cross. It's just
Nope.
a cool name. We just SoCal wants to have a bunch of people told to fuck off.
I mean, is it like FUQ UF? Is that how you're gonna spell it? Because I'm pretty sure somebody's already taken the name.
Actually, none of that. Pretty sure it'd be just straight up FUCKOFF.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, not much
With
censoring.
a big middle finger right behind.
Nice.
Yeah. I think with a middle finger on the front and the back.
Right.
Kind of like quotation marks.
Oh, I have an idea. Do you know
Have, like,
that?
one upside down
Wait,
and the other.
wait, never mind. Because if I say it, I'm going to say the company's name. Never mind. SoCal, I'll talk to you privately. I don't want to friggin' say the company's name and get something twisted up. Never mind. I don't want to cause any controversy with another company. I got a great idea. I really
Dude,
do.
what me we're talking about is all about controversy.
All right, fuck it then. You know that friggin' that mosquito spray called Off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you get something like that, but then you use the middle finger, and then just the word off and whatever font you have. That way, you don't really have to have it be any spelling. It'll be the symbol, the middle finger, and then the word off. Just an idea.
What am I, Prince?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Prince over here, man. I'm not going to just start calling shit symbols.
I feel like this is a public service announcement that anybody that wants it can get the fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Oh,
That was
That's
just
what I'm
a
talking
random idea.
oops. I just ran over the wife's flowers.
Oh, shoot.
What the hell?
Yeah, you're going to get spoken to on that.
Looks like you're getting told fuck off tonight.
Nope, I won't see her till Sunday.
Oh,
Oh, neighbor did it.
yeah.
Well, she works until 3 a.m. today, and I'm leaving at fucking. As soon as I get loaded up, I'm leaving to go to the desert.
You want to ride?
There you go.
Yeah.
Shoulders feeling better than, huh?
Oh, it's still sore, but I'm gonna fucking go ride. God damn it!
But the shoulder can fuck off. 'Cause
My shoulder can go fuck off, and I'll have some fuck off to help me fuck off.
There you go.
So that'll be something.
I'll go with the program. It just needs a little loosening up.
Gotta put in some fuck off time.
Yeah, I tried to tell my back to fuck off, and then I slipped a disc, got a sciatica, and tore 2 muscles in my back last month.
Oh, that sucks.
So your back talked you.
Yep, exactly.
That's basically your back telling you to fuck off.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what happened. I woke up one morning and I just suddenly got set up, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then I went to sit up even more, and I was like, okay, nope, not happening. I literally, within the next hour, it was 1:30 in the morning, I emailed my boss, and I was like, dude, I'm going to the hospital. I don't know what the fuck's wrong. I'm not coming to work today.
So what did you do the day before?
Or who?
No, nothing out of the ordinary. Honestly, I think it was just my back catching up with me with all the bullshit I've done. I mean,
Sometimes it could be just the littlest thing where you might have just felt a little twinge. You know,
it could be, but my back's been sore ever since I started jumping out of planes. Let's put it that way. Since I was like 19.
Shoot, that's right. Oh, forget it. Come on. I totally understand what you're talking about. You get that's the shock absorber.
Yeah, so like I when it happened, everybody's like, "What'd you do?" And I was like, "What didn't I do?" That's more of the question. What didn't I
jumped
do?
out of planes. I jumped out of a
plane, you know.
Yeah, and it's just like I was just like, my doctor's like, "What do you mean by that?" I'm like, honestly, like, let's not even try to go down that rabbit hole. Okay, let's just fix this fucking thing.
If you can imagine it, and it involves jumping planes, jumping out of planes.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, man,
just did that.
It had to be the military. That's where my mind's at. I'm like, it's the military, and they're just like, okay, you sure? I mean, you were working. We can get you workers' comp. And I'm sitting here like, bro, you know how much fucking weed I smoke? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, you just can't even deal with some of these people sometimes. I'm just like, bro, I'm not going after my job. I've got a decent job. Fuck you. I don't need that heat going around the job market right now because I got a lot of interviews this week. Wait, I'm gonna take a big old fat goblin here.
I was gonna say, man, it's springtime. That's gotta be like your busy season right now, right?
Bro, oh my God. You don't even, I am sitting there like, I can't even keep up. I just go into work and I just know there's going to be work all day, every day for like 12, 16 hours. I'm going to be bagging up amendments and separating and parceling them out. And we got 3 people doing this and we still can't even keep up with the demand. Everybody's been, we've been like worrying for the last 2 years where we're going to source all our stuff because we've been staring down shortages ever since the middle of the lockdown, just because people's supply chain is so low right now. So it's been low for like the last like almost 2 years now. And now all this other stuff is compounding issues. So it's just like, there's not going to be any more perlite anywhere. If anybody can still find perlite, you're a lucky person. We stockpiled enough perlite for the year. And with the busy season, we've already gone through half.
Good. Fuck that shit.
Sounds like there's going to be a hummus explosion.
Yep, exactly. And that's what I started saying. I was like, bro, we need to go get pumice. It's got almost the exact amount of like surface area as and crystalline structure. It was perlite, so do almost the same thing.
Better.
Like, let's go. I think so personally. It's just
down as much.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a matter of readily available resources, essentially. So there's going to be peat moss. There's going to be peat moss shortages really soon. There's going to be almost no cocoa.
Those are good
amendments.
Too.
Yeah, amendments are there's no more green sand. Down to earth nutrients. Their entire like deposit of green sand they used to mine, it's dried out. So you can't get it from down to earth. They're trying to source it from someplace else right now. Another one was another insect frass company. Like their source of insect frass like dried up. I don't know. There's just a bunch of shit going on.
Hey,
Yeah.
Cannatrooper, have you heard anything about a bug die off at all?
I think
Like-
there's been like a few things, but it's nothing like bad for like agriculture per se. So I haven't like heard of it too much. And if it does, there's a domino effect that hasn't affected me yet. I don't know. It hasn't affected any of the products, and it hasn't really affected anything I've heard of. But I think I know what you're talking about. I think I heard something on the radio the other day.
When I was a kid, when we would drive any place, we would literally have to scrape shit off the front of our car. Like we hit a deer and it's just bugs. Now when I drive and stuff, I don't get that many bugs like I used to. Man, it was like big old splats on the fucking windshield. Oh, jeez. You know,
are you living in a different place from where you grew up, and is it more urban where you're at versus?
What I'm judging this by is in 2013 when I drove across country, and I came all the way across country off the 80. You know, so I'm going off of that. There was a lot of mosquitoes, but I didn't have a whole lot of other larger bugs that were just, you know, making me feel like I got to wash my windshield, you know, every time I stop to get gas. Because that's what we used to do when I was younger. Every time you stopped to get gas, man, you were washing fucking guts off your windshield. So I don't know. That's something that I just noticed as a.
I think it has to do with the time of year and what season just befell us before you went out there, because some seasons are colder than others. Some seasons are warmer, longer than others. So you could have more bugs breed in the season versus another season where they didn't have enough time to breed as many.
Gotcha. It could have been, yeah, gotcha. I'm showing you on that. That makes sense. There's logic to that, damn it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just face value.
Yeah.
And he was feeling bad. He figured he played a role in their extinction and shit. Take them all out
So we're looking at some rosin that me and Pepper made. This shit's pretty fucking terpy, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not the prettiest looking stuff, but I was really surprised at how many terps came through at the end. Like Pedro was like, yeah, you guys should homogenize it and cold cure it, and did that. Money. Great suggestion.
Fucking Saturday. What's going on this weekend? Anybody. I mean, that was just a random anybody kind of
Got a bunch of fucking pollinator flower bulbs and shit that I'm planting, a bunch of different varieties.
Oh, you motherfucker.
right? Oh, that was one thing I read. You got to wait for at least a week of temperatures over 50 degrees before you start like moving brush around in your garden and shit for all the insects to kind of, because they'll overwinter in some of that, so they'll like have their chance to wake up and get the fuck out before you start moving shit around.
Is that for real?
Well, it might not be a problem for you, Johnny, but I mean, just like,
Yeah, I can totally understand that.
but
Oh,
yeah.
It's getting warm out here today.
Oh boy.
What's
That's why I got
warm?
my air conditioning fixed. Oh, man.
80 degrees here
It
the
wasn't
other day.
just
It's 100 degrees in the shade today.
What?
In the shade. I didn't even go to the sun, so I don't know how hot it was in the direct sun.
Yeah,
So,
no,
fuck yeah, it's only March.
So did you guys hear that the Antarctica is 70 to 90 degrees hotter than it's supposed to be right now?
It's the end of the world now.
If you look at like the old photos from when they first established the research center down there, the McMurdo base, versus what it looks like now, you can see the recession of the snow line around the entire compound.
And do you think that they're going to find like previous civilization artifacts? Because that continent is like the size of Europe. It's bigger than Europe, I think. But
You need to find a bunch of stuff down there. I think more so what they're going to find is a bunch of old whale camps and stuff.
well, this one here is going to be my Gondog Mimosa Blueberry Cheesequake #1. And it's the one that smelled like blueberry muffins. And it has that smell when I stick my nose inside the jar. And it's just about the 20. So everybody rack them up. Let's get them ready. Let's smoke. Cheers.
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 Sometimes it's fun being a smart ass. You know? I like smart poker thing because that's something my dad would have said. He'd always call us like a Bart smart, like a smart butt or some shit like that. He'd always mix words up like that. Letters up. Pretty sure he called us a smart poker before. Like me and my brothers.
Is that loud yet? Still feeling out this new mic. I can't. Can you even hear the damn thing?
Yes.
I really do need to dab this shit up someday. I was thinking about breaking out the old dab straw. That seems to be the most dependable way for me to do dabs if I'm going to do that. At least I feel better about replacing the straw than the full tray.
Which one is that you're talking about? Straw.
Oh, just let's see, I got one right here. This is my travel box, my travel tray.
Nice.
You see me in a bit, you see me lug around this thing. Sure.
Yeah, that looks like one of those old cassette carriers.
It's a money box.
Oh, really? Right on.
Yeah. And actually, if you leave the tray in there, it makes a great tray. This is the only straw I have left.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Or one of these. Smiley used to have like a gun, a machine gun model of one of these. Remember that, Mr. Smiley? See, you don't even use that puff going. I haven't seen Puff Smiley bust
Fucker
up that
broke,
puff
dude.
going What?
But everybody I've ever buy one, other than Jack, it says they fucking break. But I don't know. I probably fucked it up somehow too, like got the battery on, or I don't know, whatever. That's why I don't like them fucking. I'm gonna sound like grandpa and say them bang dangled new fucking things. I don't like them. I don't know. I mean, whatever. I just never have luck with them. Like them vape pens and shit too. Them fuckers always break. You have them for like a week. You know what I mean? You reload the thing like 3 times and it's fucking broke or whatever.
And you're not supposed to let your grandson play with it.
No, not at all.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. But they, those electronic things, there's so many things that can go wrong with them.
I only like the pens and shit like that. For like this one was all right. This one was this was a nice one. This was the Puffco, little Puffco pen right here. That worked pretty fucking good. I still use it occasionally. But them are nice for like mowing the lawn and shit. You know what I mean? This guy, even because they got the little necklace, you can put them on. You know what I mean? Fucking, even if you push mowing, you can.
No, they're
Yeah,
definitely handy. Yeah.
Pants, shit like that. They're all right for. They have a purpose, place, and purpose. Like that.
We got these little pens right now. I don't know if you can see the little side viewport, but there's like a whole gram of concentrate and cannabis terpenes in there, and this shit's pretty good.
And then it's disposable too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, I could dig that where it's just, even though it sucks because you're throwing away, I know, but I feel like them batteries are fucking throwaway too, where you screw the cartridge on or whatever.
Yeah, it comes in like these little sealed up packages inside a little box. It's got testing, labeling, all that type of stuff, batch numbers.
It's pretty dope. What does something like that cost? I'm curious. Like
The street value is $60.
60. That's not, seems about right. I mean, for a gram and shit.
Yeah, and I mean it's potent.
I've heard
One rip.
I've heard them at 60 for a half gram, dude. Like fuck.
I know. So these are priced to move. They go pretty quick. Hold on a sec.
Man, I heard a commercial today when I was out driving around, and they said eggs for $25. And I didn't even hear which dispensary it was. And I just thought, wow, what a trip. $25. You got there.
So got Fire OG, got Gorilla Glue. What else we got?
I feel like you're the guy on the
Runts.
street that's like opening your fucking trench coat. What do you want? Yeah, we got you.
And then I got Runts and I got Jolly Rancher. Yeah. I think I'm on Gorilla Glue. The stuff tastes like Gorilla Glue.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Tickles my nose just like Gorilla Glue does every time.
That's good. I do think
really
it can be
do
done
enjoy
right, you know.
No, they're most legit cart I've gotten.
So
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna head on out. I'm gonna call in the morning or at night. So, Cannatrooper, it was good virtually meeting you.
Yeah, man, you too.
Smiley, SoCal, Blind Cat, GreenFingers, Johnny, Eagle. Thank you very much for having us. Chat, guys, take care.
Brother.
Peace.
Later, Ty.
what up, Ty?
Later. So yeah, there's going to be an event after what is it? I think like May or June. Late. There's an event in Virginia called Trap Fest 5000, and it's just sounds like it's going to be open season. As long as you pay for a booth rental, just go. Bring what you got. They will. You bring it, they will come.
4 doors, more whores.
Pretty much. It's on a farm in the middle of nowhere in Virginia, so it's just like rural nowhere, 2 acres of like open property to go fuck around on and get really stoned on and go buy whatever anybody's selling.
That sounds dope, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pie.
Yeah.
You setting something up then, and
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a table. I already talked to the guys setting it up. I've already got the table and everything reserved. So it's Trap Fest 5000.
Trap Fest. That sounds sketchy though as fuck. Name.
It does. It really does. I don't give a fuck.
Because I just found out we got a trap house at the end of our block.
Just
It does,
that?
though.
It sounds really
Especially the
fucking
way you buy, come one yeah, Trap Fest. Yeah, but it is. Hopefully it works out.
We got them all worried now and shit.
No, you don't. Not at all. I know how ridiculous it sounds, and I'm just like, I'm for it, man. I'm ready for the fuckery.
Some of them can get crazy, dude. Like I've seen like I don't know if it's still this way, but like what is the
secret sesh?
Like some of those, but some of the early secret sessions, they'd be lined up out the door and shit. The fucking place would be to capacity and
they'd have they'd have strippers in there just getting ass naked and stuff, like on poles and on tables and stuff. It was wild.
Oh, I didn't go to none of like that. Damn.
Yeah, it was fucking wild. There were rappers in there.
Place. Fuck.
Bro, there were a couple of rappers in there, and like they egged it on, and they just like dropped cash in front of these chicks, and they just boom. It was done.
No, I was thinking of that guy that does where they do the 4 hours on a Sunday and they sell fucking Gene Trader. That's who I was trying to. Gene Trader. Some of those get crazy too because it's like 4 hours long. You know what I mean? So there's fucking everybody trying to jam through there real fast.
Yeah, I'll be in Springfield, Virginia on April 3rd with Gene Traders. I'll probably be at Ninja's booth with him. I'm not for sure, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but we might be carrying some BG beans over there for him. I don't know if he's going or not, but if he's not, we're gonna carry his flag for him.
That's dope.
Yeah.
BG's cool.
Yeah, BG's real one.
Gene Shark, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yep, Gene Shark Genetics. Yeah, BG's really cool. Him and his wife, they're really cool. I've known them for a while now. But yeah, they went down to Virginia on the first Virginia Gene Traders, and that was right after it went legal, and everybody just kind of like went there to kind of they kind of like tiptoed into the scene, like, is it okay up here? Can we do our thing? And bro, it is open season in Virginia. Open season.
They don't give a fuck.
There are pop-ups everywhere, and they call them like, hey, you're not even supposed to have seeds and clones, technically. But everybody's like, they're hemp. And because of the farm bill, no one questions it. No one wants to test it. No one wants to fuck with the paperwork, nothing like that. So it's just open season.
Holy cow. That's amazing.
Yep. So that's why I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to be here on these days. Come on out. But it's the same thing. So same thing in DC. So we're hitting DC pop-ups. We're hitting Virginia pop-ups.
Because they kind of die down after a while. It's like when they first start happening, that's when it's all exciting. You know what I mean?
It is. Everybody's a brand new grower up there. I've been throwing Eagle a couple leads on some people I've been meeting up there and stuff too.
Nice.
I miss those cowboy days here in Michigan too. We had them. Yeah. Remember the days here in Michigan, especially Genesee County. If you had the balls to rent a space and call yourself a fucking, positioning center dispensary, dispensary back then, you could. It was cowboy back then, man. They were fucking
Oh, yeah.
all over. What Flint had them at one point comparable to Sparks, Starbucks at one point, especially down Door Highway. Do. You could fuck
dotted everywhere.
You see green neon every other building on one side or the other.
Yeah.
The way they did it, it was easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. You know what I mean? It was like
Yeah, and then you saw a few like small kind of just like hydro shops come up and like didn't have anything in them, and then like you noticed there was just like a table in the back so people could go do exactly like Compassion Club meet up and stuff and just like dish out from there. There was more sales of cannabis happening than more sales of like nutrient bottles.
Makes sense.
Yeah. What was the name of that place? Was it Joe's Organic or Organic Joe's that had like the brew stuff and everything? They got shut down because like they were selling a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Environment's right there. It's kind of something.
yeah, it's dope, man. Exciting times.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. It's just past that time. Do the shout out.
It is. I was waiting.
All right.
I was waiting.
Cheers.
My dog started pushing my chair around, so I had to feed him. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying the camera.
Mr. Cannatrooper, it was nice seeing you, and I'm wishing you a speedy recovery, brother. Seriously.
I appreciate it. Doctor says I got like 2 weeks before I can start lifting shit over 35 pounds, but yep, we'll be good. I appreciate it.
As somebody that's been through many recovering injuries, don't just jump in that, man. Ease into that recovery, man.
Yeah, I'm already doing physical therapy and stuff. Like I have what is it? I have these patches I put on my back, lidocaine patches and stuff. They're prescription strength lidocaine patches for my back, and I got like prescription strength like naproxen for the swelling and pain and stuff. So I'm fine. It's all good. Have a good one though. Thanks for having me on, guys. Good seeing you. Later. Cheers.
I'm out too.
Yep.
Thanks, Eagle.
Thanks,
Blessings to everybody. Appreciate you, man.
Johnny.
Later, Johnny.
Big blanket. See you.
Later,
Eagle.
Smiley.
Later, Smiley.
Later, GreenFingers. All right, Eagle. Good bullshit with you, bro.
Have
Night,
a good
everybody
one,
in chat. Night, bro.
Oh yeah. Everybody go plant the seed. Eagle, thank you. Fucking I'm out. Love you. Have a good morning.
You too, brother. Have a good one, man. Let's get to these here shout outs. Get them all lined up. Got a terrible guy tomorrow, too. This should be fun. Shit, I can get some music. While I'm sitting here doing shot. They don't throw me my playlist anymore. Let's do it this way. Let's go to the show tunes, man. Rock them up. Shuffle those bad boys. All right. Or not, there is a rhythm. Or I try to keep it in somewhat of an order. So get my ugly mug. Make sure my mic button isn't muted. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mr. Chad Westports. Everybody in the chat. Here we go. How's the music? Can you hear the music? Too loud, too low? Oh, that's cool. Godsmack. I don't even know that shit got out there. Even though I do like Godsmack. Ah. Good one. Oh. So this song here always reminds me of fucking treetop fly. I can relate though myself. Sub cool, Peace House Dang, I'm lost 710, scared, roll 420, Green Thumb Bum, Christina MG89, Unplugged 705, Medical McGullicuddy, Rick T, the Rebel, the Daichi 207, Baby Selena, Saves Not Here, Tom Spook, Ray Walker, Mental Dope, G Dog, Dung Beetle, Red Eye Jedi Grows, Mother Nature, Dustin Conway, Duckweed, Run Boy 7426, Justin Good Earth, Strange, Sting Man, there we go. Okie Grower 75, Corey Trevor, Michael Wallace, Mo Vision 420, Who's Your Cat Daddy, Taco Don Slug, Rick S, In the Bushes 827, James Seaman, Kent Hines, World's Last Hope, Pats Fan 420, Biomerchant, Dirt Road Dude, Kanashiba, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dave Goplin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, Acetone, 710, Canoe, Kenneth Queen, Genetics, Savvy, Tanaze, Fumador, Dirtman Dan, Keith the Black Sales, Mr. Bosilla, Simper, Burns, Rasta Bob, Rasta Jeff, Soul Root, Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Buds, Nora, Michigan, White, or Ouija Buds, Dub T. Roy, Big Jerk Rose, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal, Weedner, John Laz, PPG 15, Green County, Joe Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Goer, G1 Production, State Grower, DOA, Grown Med, Smith Nudie Grows, I Grew Some, Johnny Canna Seeds, Nutrient Shootouts, Naughty Nikki, Naughty Nikki, Zoe and Sammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, Clover 420, High Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Stu Moon, Mo Grower, The Cannon Crate, Loki Grows, This Guy Burton, 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connections, Wolverine Grow, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, played way back, Farmer D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Amadalana, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Sticky, Rob, Big Dave, 420, Brent Window, Big Ed, 1961, Manawani G3, The Green Click, JK Triple G, Mr. Sprinkler, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, Peach Crazy for you, BGWG 420, Dr. Budswell, Purple Thumb OG, Anthro, Sensimedia, Anthro, Just Face 420, Beast Coast World 420, Sir How, Trade Alone, Keep It Real, Haggerton 420, Seb Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BTWE Grows, Bingus, Green County Growers, Alex Boyk, Jeff, Chef Life, School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Real 100, 212, Andy Man, Randy Frank Farms, Page Farms, Meow Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, Noon Sailbot Wins, King of Microponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane Medgarden Streamer, 77, Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 to 684, Spaniard Cougar, Jones and Grow, Pop G Grows, Rass Amy, Joe Grows, the Grow From Your Heart podcast, so the Looney Lina, the Green Med Black, Jeremiah Miranda, Sony Creek Lost, our Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus, Old Jason Iso, P. Win, David Colby, Mason 662, Scroggerton, The Goddess Scrolls, Kaylee Burrows, Chad Brad, Family Followers, Polly P. Kevin Jogery, Mike Honcho, Jay Huggins, UDA, Green Tree Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Stevenson, Organic Home Buds, Warren Nielsen, KM Wood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, RJS, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, Dan the Indoor Man, Gromies, Homies, Hamilton, Grown, Clip Smoke, Keystone, Canna Flag, PA, Big High, 710, Eugene, Greenleaf, Ace, Drew, Hustle, Fred Darn, Carlos, North Arizona Beer, Grow 420, No Solid, Jesse White, Gastain Yeti, Introvert Genetics, So J, Fiction Robin, Mr. Killer 8, Mo, James Buttercream, C-Dub, Markel, The Pharmacy Seed Bank, Deadhead, Smokey 616, Curtis Mayhan, Matt Myron, Morche, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dore, Antenna Seeds, Feb Carries K, Mike Rubles, The Drew Bears, 420, 420. Bexy 751. Lawrence Gonzalez. Slow to get up. Stu Move. Bop Go 719. Bake with Shake, baby. Old Smoke. PWC. Grown Buds. Lord Wash. Mr. Weed Bloods. Old School Grower. Chad Westport. Honcho Grove. Lord Nugs. My Little Piece of Heaven. Pugent Sound Seeds. Goliath Grower. Richard T. Crispy Wannabe. Mr. Soul Food Spectrum. God. Lori Hanson. Real 2,000 years tradition. Webster. D. Conley. Pip Jam. McBody. Face. Show me Shack. Swats. Fuck Google and you. I'm go well. Canadian Restore. Power Farm. Carl Wright. Zepner. Homo Farm. Tannery Farms. Seldom Team. Old Park Gardens. Hell 9782. Spunky Packs. Martial Artist 2012. Microslave Hefner. Danny McDizzle. Medically Fit. Mr. KGB. Robert. Mr. Greenfingers. Motherfucking Thomas. Ranch Coats Plenty. Monkey Balls. Andrew Champion. Bobby Lynn Means. Trench Digger. Mr. Mac. Tony Lake. Bologna. Bill S. Weed Peace. Tater Delicious. Minty Cunt. Huron Fire Genetics. Country Roots. Big Ray 420. Teeny 1-1. Buds and Hazard. Club. Mr. Club 14. Beater B Man. Fire 616. All up north. Max Room and Ruben. Timothy McKimmons, Justin Bean, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Cannabis 03, Turf Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latino Skater Concert, Mr. Speed, Wolfstein, Valsaw, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Rasta Bob, White Feather Grows, Burnish Room Tone Grows, Yank, The Cane Man Grows, BX Gunna 81, Smith Dude, New Grows, Sean McCann, JX Bunts, Jake Agenda, Walla Walla, Canna Grow, Fall Dog, Huron, Cannabis Council, List Parish Rock Fam, Justice Mick, 420 Ben Fresh, Grow, Driving Herbs, High Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grow, Love for the Plant, Argo American, Smart Coworker, Smart Poker, sorry about that, brother. Unfrozen Caveman, Hawaii's High, Surf Crab, Michael Roon, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius Grows, Tank Brownie, Stan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Forging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green, 514, Ilya Jensen, Oz, Indica, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Russ, Matthew Gates, D's Bag, Strong Star, Shotgun Willie, Jake Yoda, Jay Simmons, Turbo Grows, Clackamas, Cool, DJ Conley, Aaron the Grower, late 1978, Michigan Grown Buds, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Clackamas 420, St. Cola, still in Cypher, PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sun Grown 707, J8, Grow J, 420, Cascadia Grows, 4 Plants A, Weedworks, Captain Scrawl, Skunky Buds, House Corey, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, Lancaster, Tempe, Andy, and the Urge Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose, 11 Smiles, 11, Big Bugs, Michael Ross, Plenty, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen Hayes, G Friends, Tree, MMJ, Matt S, Say Ball, Dragonfly B, Justin Smith, Travis Walls, Lucky Mike, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Type for Blessed Coast Seed, Django Gas, Obasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Trico, Smoke King Raz, Hop Little, Slow Roll, Spike Fox, Ice Skirt, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Silver, into 11, Stephanie BB, Shark Pulley 989, Von Brown, Stoner Nation 420, Joe White, Bugs 1313, Grow, Painted Lady, Frank Booth, Jermaine, J. Meyer, Submit, the chat, Mr. Manny D, Bag C, Dr. DGC, Jeff, Shutter 911, Dutch Grows 420, Scallywag 420, Skill Bull 1, Bed Grow 1, Empire Bringo, Frigoli, Lost Leaf, Liam Bass, Danny Danko, Ali Noble, B Bear 7, CK, Tom Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking with a Small Town, Tim Hess, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Door, Mr. McCord, Double Tap Farms, Mr. Green Thumb, 420, 808, Rooting Prospects, the Cannabis Driver, Hating Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grow, T-Ben, TM 42696, Root Nuts, Hammered E-Nails, Dr. Scrambles, BB, Moon Rocks, GHF, Double J, Bio Green, Self Grower, 56, Hanky Stinky, 420, OGKB, Ganja Nano, Your Model, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, Big Roy, Nature Special Nugs, Killer Big Rose, Ganja Wizard, Husky Gutters, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Q, Solar 4 Light, Bully 4 Light, the Jeff Roll 42069, Beaver 698, Goddamn, Dr. Franklin Moody, goddamn, my big Ted's Test. That one is a little loud, isn't it? There we go. The Riffin Fat Boy, Jack GreensTalk, 420, Boom Farm, Charlie Farm, 420, Aldrich, 25, Smiley's Garden, JD's, Misty's Nugs, Smoking Grow, Frazier, Grow Koski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farmer, 420, Jeff Jarowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Evolve, 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagseed, Jill Carter, Mystic Mark, Mystic Grower, Ginger Snap, CTE, where are you? Rose, Rick Wolf, DLP, 2372, Dead Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper, 420, Canna Trooper, Blind Cat, 420, Light It Up Again, 10, UKSIF, 420, Buddha Boy, Devon Shipwreck, Medical, MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dankman Dan, Dankman 420, Good Life, Joni Bell, Teacher B, Most Hated, Lord Major General 420 Army, the American One, W Digger 714, Serates, Kineos, Dynamics, Mountain Skies, ready to hit that bar, hot bar, Chris Mertz, Ian, Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Happy Fade Can, Figure Lates, Finest, Ridge Patch, Dozer, Moods, Other BT Grow, Tooth Medical, Jared Bear, Plus One, Mushroom, Secret City, Pioneers, My Little Tent, 2042 Spacewalker, Christian, Tremont, T. Barrington, Heart, Soul, Homegrown, Mike E. T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Garden, Sean Smith, Elliptus, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Ross Kyle, Paul, Lemon Vocal, Trench, Rita's, Juicy Life, 420, Grant Manu, Mary Brown, Sammy Sizzle, 9-inch Colas, Chris Wu, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, Kind Brew, Cannon Nation, JY. Richard Forbes, David Pimenta, B4P Funk, Nigga T, John Reese, What About Bob, Prince Patty, Daniel Bergman, Green Puffin Man, B. Dungley, James Chug, Sarge Rose, 818, John Wayne, Carolina Root, Sister Golden Hair, Dana, El Dancaruno, KNF Gardens, Blank 1030, Choose One, Only Feet, Farmer James, Crypto Dope, HIP Grow, Magic Fiend, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonder, Sunrise Grows, Top Floor Genetics, Full Vision, 420, Can2 Canvas, Jesse Fisher, My Dog Nelly, and Rooster Farms, Hardy Gear, Hardy Alex Hardy, and Many Cropper, Daniel Grows, Photos, Nick Grow Med, Sunrise Grows, Alexi, Brittany, and Cool, my baby girls, I love you guys so much. No Limit 916, Grumpy Toad, Alchemix, and Canna Minx, Solarborn Addiction, Ross, Joel, Alex D, Dirty Ori, Catfish, High Power, Thunder Dan, Propagation Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, Sarge Goes 818, Blaze Daily, Pride, Piper, Perpetual, Eagle Pride, Warrior, Sales Mines 4, You, Frank, out of the Date Duchess, Kino, Kelly, Maxwell, Captain 420, Sing Fat, What About Bob, Il Juster, Pop Shrooms, John Gorski, Jen Doe, Dungeon Gangster, THC, 4 PTSD, T Virgin, Honcho Grown, Swamp Cat, Caballero, Calero, Best of because Jen Doe, Mr. Manny D, Kata Ferrari, 420 AB Normal, Frank Guerrero, Bear Free, Frank, or J Brent 74, CK Brown Guy 420, Packer Durn 420, Burden Tree Bane EA, Grayson 207, Hydro Daily, Hempwood Jimmy, J. Reed, Supreme Grade, Sony Rockefeller, Fruit City, Sin, Hawaii Sustainable, Midnight Roots, Dead Sin, Knuckles, Michael Please, Ball, Be Quick, Be Nibbled, but eat kilowatts will be here tonight, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Michael D, 4889, The Spanish Brothers, my son, Matt Joseph, Grace Venison RX, Chief Hydrodelic, Concerned American Cannabis for 1 month, Freedom of Sweets, Dr. George, Works, These Trees, Conscious of 710 is Oil Upside Down, Jesse Stevenson, Victoria Badooch, Canada Babe, What About Bob, Sacred Garden, Gus Rose, Slick Ricky 8, Dog Pounds, David St. Louis, I Move Watts, Scott Sting, Yeti Edmund, and then Grown Oklahoma, Off Grid Turbs, Christopher 50, Big Christopher, Big Force, 54, that is Flies Predator, Matthew SoCal, Sioux, Illinois, Man Bitters, Jake's Proof Genetics, Dark Horse Genetics, Owner Dude, Joel and Jen from North Star Genetics, Caroline, Mr. Cry, PTAB 13, Leo, Brood Beyond Perfection, XX Elite GPXX, Uncle Stoner, Crispy Treat, Richard, Growers Paradise, LAD, Grown ICD, Decoy Bacon, Mr. Scotto, Fresh Baked One, IJL, and Big Bob Grows, Jolly Canada, Ostro, you can go, Jucka 420 Gardens, Daniel Phil, Mr. Nowhere Man, Selling Silly, oh, it finally got me, Selling Sally, Silly Seashells, cheers, Wild Bobby, Sean Binge, Rescue Ready, Roadside LLC, Notorious Nugs, Magma Seeds, Father and Son, Trimming Tutorials, Sub T Dank, Jose Ramirez, Doggo the Hut, 420 Bug, Chivo Man, DR 420 Community Videos, Detroit River at Luis Garcia, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Captain Potter, Cheddar Bob, the Team Main, 420 Med Grower, Coop J Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods, All Good, Sally Van Self, Adam Seekett, Chanel Simpson, One Smoke Away, Guys Road, Kazoo, Mr. Lincoln or Burning Shrooms, Aaron Burning Shrooms, that is, Mr. Lincoln Stinkins, Angel Studios, MG, the 420 Grow Tent, Paul TLL, John Fleming, Jacobage, Fibro Flower, Polyp, Seldom Seed, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunman, Chiba Sunny, Jeff Paul, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Running and Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, Fuck All That Be, the District Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes Northern 4466, Jason Grayson, Stone the Breaker, MD, Stony Creek, Russ Sonic, French Weller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man Hermit Hash, Freebird, I love this song, Mobile Grower, Matty Gar, Simple Man, Survivor One Time, Tim Blake, Off Coast Chronic, Sing That, Judd God, Harley Grower, man, I gotta hook you up for that cut, man. Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island, Hayes, Scooby Sue, Speaks, JR, Randy K, Steve Collins, CCDR, Claire Killian, Wardrobe Fire, Randy Grande, Piff 1000, Ace Boom 3223, Wake Up Captain Freedom Beep, Upper Smiles 15 digits, Michigan Gotcha Mooch, Hash, Fred G, Super Bob, Broski 808, Weekend at Bernie's, K Bag, Justice Station, Strong, Style Organic, Zippy, I Manic, Honor, CK Hell, Me All Flower, Brett Boom, Todd Kendricks, and Newton, KNT, Chris D, Truth and Bowtie, Flo, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, HSO, Grown, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu, Kenna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, The Lab, Low Cut, and by the way, Modern. Please try to get a hold of Barbara Matthews or get a hold of me, and I'll give you their Instagram because we can't find you. Low cut, Albert Tremblay, Mo Manic Manage, Raz Betsy, Howard Hughes, Jane, Saints Tia, Thomas Lou, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, High Flyer, 420, Lobster Brush Bro, Mother Tree Maine, Red Pill, Yo Boy, Roy Boy, Aesthetic, Shannon Gibbons, Wuhan, Rick W, Comfortably Now, Mud Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Rick Lamb, Canvas Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man 81, Oil of Flower Podcast, Authorized Effect, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, Elmonder 420, Surrounded by Keep Rye, Fridge Roll, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt, Mike Steve, 562 Ganja, James Crystal, Green Ghost, and Zenzola, B. Benson, Astro Charlie, Sativa Smart 4GA, Bush Doctor, Dirty Hope Garden, CK, James D. Weaver, Grow Owens, Corey Gagnon, Green Hill Farms, Hillbilly Herbs, Tasty Worm Church, Skunky Brewster, YBF, Larry OG, About Farm, Spartan Grove, Shiny Green Thumb 710, Michigan Wildflower, Seldom, Seed, Gambler, Todd O'Connor, DP 710, Caribou TV, Virginia Herbs, Red Pill, Equilibrium Genetics, Trophy Truck, Kevin O'Donnell, School of Cops, Stupid Trucker, eBay Bud Trender, The Glass Girl 420, Ted Nugs, Matt Javine, Greg 77, Ted Nugs, Skunk Egg Glasswork, Beast Mode 347, Mike Atomic Skier, JMA 182, Justin Gucci, Webcam, always finding the way through. Dan Stoney, Baby Fat Jake, Kuda Pip 1000, Dan Stoney, Sunshine Farm, Daydream Spread, Sarah Mountain Marie, Scotty Nowhere, Justice Mix, Not Sure, Red Bear Farms, Two Dogs, Seeds, Butt Plug, Bungalow, Luck, E, Claude, E, Goslin, Mount T, Worlds, Green Glove, Seed, Tay, Gardens, Penny Ben, Up and Able, Mr. Marduber, Kush Turp 5, Sentimental, Green Goddess, Alberta, Cannabis, Grower, Earth Creeper, Dawn Hazelhurst, Matt Ness, John Galt, Cool Word, Robert Rittenhouse, Pedro Dizzy, Joey Berger, Mr. DeVille, Mikey from Maui Gold Genetics, Mishy Dankstead, Dragonfly, Earth Medicine, Thunder Dan, Sand, Lewis Sungrown, Super Bob, Dutch Grows, 420, Tough Impact, Mr. Tree, Green Gypsy, Das 241, Mr. One Dirty Rotten, Imbecile 69, City Gains, Gingerbug, Sovereignty, Paco, Smart Pro, B Ridley, Val F, Tough Impact, Crazy People Doing Stuff, Wait High, Multiple Division, Patty O, Bear Scrolling It, Home Invaders get no pity as they should not, Blue Kiss Gardens, Crack Baby, CWC, Shorty for Life, Token Party, Supernatural, Brittany Nicole, Sacred Gardens, Ross Tufile, Joey One Love, Mr. No BS, Penny Pebble Rippers, Frank Rowdy 420, Chef J Reese, Dog Days Gardens, Clarine, Corrine, Big Force 54, sorry about that, 420 Green Goddess, Luke Cell, Pearly Baker, Christ, Cycle Jungle, Diggity Dane, L the Beastly, Laura Camp, Swimmer 22, the Grow Boss, Jim Clemmer, MV Closet Grower, Blinded by Lights, the Weed Berry Intergrown, Miss Vicious, Doc Callis, Mr. Toad, Uncle Rick, Mr. 12 and 12, Cassie, the Pirate Fairy, Mark Leafly Hill, the Panda Cat PK, Urban Remo, Red Bear, Red Dragon Brothers LA, or Las Vegas. Why do I say Red Dragon Brothers? I believe it did. Shout out, brother. You awesome. Journey of a Grower, Dab Hunter, JG, GML, of course. Thank you for the hookup, my friend. Supporting the show. Leafly Wiggly, Cam, the Canna Man, High and Tight 420 PG, the Humboldt Local 2.0, Nico D, there we go. K Good Farms, last but not least, Sweetest 207. You guys hopefully know the deal by now. If this is the end of your day, your journey, please get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, your journey, please take time for a little bit of self-love. Meditation is so important. You cannot give what you do not have. Along the lines of your hopefully amazingly prosperous day, take time to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. A lot of us would need it sometimes if we're willing to admit it or not. With that being said, so easy. As long as it's from the heart, that's what matters the most. How you doing? Can I get that door? Can you need a hand with that lumber? Can I help you out? You need some nugs. Just a phone call to say I love you. I care. All that matters, like I said, as long as it's from the heart, that's what counts. With that being said, I will see you tonight with fellow chat member Buddy Kilowatts will be here fucking talking shit with me. With that being said, I will see you tonight, 11:30 Eastern